1,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential contractor in Southwest Florida. As a Naples native, my childhood is full of memories, from fishing the backwaters of the Everglades to helping my dad with home improvement projects. Today, I have the pleasure of watching my kids grow up, enjoying the same way of life. At CGU Homes, we understand building a home is more than drawings and budgets. It's about building lifelong memories for you and your family. I've been in the residential construction industry for over 20 years and have had the luxury of handpicking my team. When it comes to my team, I look for passion, innovation, and trustworthiness. You can trust CGU Homes to build with honesty and transparency through every step of the building process. So, when you're ready to start a new chapter for your family, whether it's remodeling your existing home or building a brand new one, I invite you to see some of our past projects and learn more about us at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
He's planning more executive orders today. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I understand the despair and frustration of so many Americans and how they're feeling.
President Biden will expand food assistance to some Americans and help those who haven't gotten stimulus checks yet, on top of the actions he took yesterday.
The president signed 10 pandemic-related executive orders expanding federal mask mandates during travel, adding restrictions for travelers entering the U.S., and directing FEMA to create vaccination centers with a goal of 100 by next month.
Fox's Jared Halpern. Some National Guard troops are leaving Washington after helping secure the Biden inauguration. There was drama last night for many others still in D.C.
We feel incredibly betrayed. Those are the words of one guardsman who spoke to Politico, who first reported thousands of National Guardsmen were told to vacate the Capitol grounds by the U.S. Capitol Police. One group telling Politico they were forced to relocate to a nearby parking garage with only one bathroom and 2 stalls.
Several lawmakers were angry, reached out to Capitol Police, and Fox's Griff Jenkins says now
the problem has been fixed. Troops at this hour have been let back into the Capitol.
President Biden wants to extend a weapons treaty with Russia, though the U.S. wants answers about election interference, the massive recent hack of U.S. government agencies, and an alleged bounty of American soldiers in Afghanistan. President Trump pulled out of another nuclear treaty 2 years ago, and Russia is eager to keep this one. Fox's Simon Owen has more live.
Dave, Russia is welcoming President Biden's proposal to extend this nuclear weapons treaty. The New START agreement limits the number of nuclear warheads the U.S. and Russia can deploy, but it's due to expire in less than 2 weeks. The White House says President Biden is proposing a 5-year extension. The Kremlin today says Russia is open to extending the pact and is waiting for details. Dave?
America's listening to Fox News.
With the
This
new
update
president,
is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good Friday morning. Traffic is very busy on I-75 already, heading southbound starting from Corkscrew Road. There's also fog if you're heading northbound to Charlotte County. Limited visibility near mile marker 167, which is Harborview Road. Also delays in Cape Coral, already beginning in North Cape on Chiquita, heading north of Diplomat. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy morning fog for your Friday, eventually sunshine and clouds mixing in with temperatures topping out into the mid-70s. Now, heads up for the weekend. We will be starting both days with areas of dense fog, then gradually the sun peeks through, some clouds mix in. All things considered, pretty quiet with most areas dry. 77 on Saturday, 80 by Sunday, and a warming trend with more 80s as we start next week until a cold front brings in a chance of rain by Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, my name is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. You know, I come from a long line of builders. In fact, I can still remember my first day on the job, working for my dad. I thought because I was the boss's son that I would start out in the construction trailer, looking over plans all day. Well, to my surprise, he handed me a shovel and he said, start digging. And that's exactly what I did. He made me learn every aspect of the building process by doing it. So if that's the kind of builder that you're looking for, look no further than Big Island Builders. BigIslandBuilders.com. Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders. I just want to take the opportunity to thank all of the wonderful employees that make up the Big Island Builders team. I constantly get calls from our customers with positive feedback. When I started this company years ago, I dreamed of assembling a team of professionals that would radically change the home building process. People that look you in the eyes, tell you the truth, and have passion about what they do. That is the Big Island team. Visit us at bigislandbuilders.com.
Tired after a long day of working and taking care of the kids? Take the night off and let KFC do the home cooking for you. Pick up a $20 FU today. Order ahead or use contactless delivery on KFC.com.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy payroll customer.
My husband and I started a business together, and I had no idea where to start when it came to payroll. And a friend of mine recommended Patriot, and I have not looked back since. It was extremely user-friendly. I was actually able to understand it and run everything extremely well. And anytime I've had a question, they have been so quick to answer and help me. I definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking for a payroll software that is easy to use, user-friendly, and really offers everything that you need when it comes to something that's beneficial for your business.
Visit us at PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Saturday, January 30th, an evening of great local stories and music that will inspire and warm your heart. Presented by the Naples Children in Education Foundation, founders of the Naples Winter Wine Festival. Meet people whose lives have been changed for the better by the generosity of Southwest Floridians. I'm Lindsay Sablon from Wink News. Join me and Wink News anchor Lois Tomey for NCEF, A Community Comes Together.
Saturday, January 30th at 7 on Wink TV.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. I am so glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That is the talk and text line. Anytime you want to text us, we'd love to hear from you. If you want to watch, we stream live. You can go to drewsteele.com, the website. I believe it's still up and running. It should be there right now, drewsteele.com. You can watch on your smartphone, on your dumb phone, on your app, on your computer, right there at drewsteele.com. Or you can go to YouTube or Facebook, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio for the time being as we work and cajole. I just wanted to use the word cajole today. I'm not sure if I'm using it in the right context, but there are certain days, when it's a Jake Day Friday, and if you're looking on the drewsteele.com website or our YouTube or Facebook account, you can see Jake is wearing his traditional blue. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but typically on a day like today, he's wearing blue. You are wearing blue. It's just I don't know whether or not it's a...
Definitely not a tradition.
No, it's not a tradition, but let's...
I was just extra cold this morning, so I threw another hoodie on.
It's not... Yeah, it's warming up. It's not that cold anymore. We're getting better about this whole thing.
So it's going away?
It's going, yeah. The cold, it's going to be with us forever. I mean, as long as you're going to be here on the planet, there's always going to be cold. Hey, there's a lot of things to talk about this morning on this Friday. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start how... I just saw this news in the Hill, and this is the kind of news that annoys me, because this is what you can expect. And this extends to everyone who is listening, the 75, 80 million people, how many you want to talk about that voted for Donald Trump for president of the United States this past election, an election in which these individuals voted for the policies that were put forward by the president, the ones that worked. When there were people yesterday that were texting me on the text line and talking about how, the GOP is split. It's split between those that were supporting the president and then the Rhino GOP class. Well, I'm not really sure about that, because I would make the case that the one thing that we are sure of is that the former president, Donald Trump, was able to accomplish a whole lot that the GOP establishment only could wish that they could do, and the other things that we were able to discover in all of this, like the fake news media. Now, the reason why, again, I don't have to refresh your memory on this, and I don't have to do this for you. So this is more for the liberals that watch, and I get your email, so I know you're there. I see the text. I know you're there, and I appreciate you watching and listening. But for you to understand that the only reason why fake news, when the president used to say that, the only reason why those words stick is because they're true. And there's going to be plenty of time this morning to once again prove to you liberals that are watching out there how it is true, even now, how the media tries to manipulate, and why we need to have a second source, a second place to go. There's a need for it. When people are talking about unity, you're not going to get unity in the media. The news media, whether it's local, state, or national, you're not going to get you're going to get unity on their side as far as what they want to report on and what they want to rip and read off of places like CNN and MSNBC. The point is that there has to be, and there is, alternatives and places to go where you can get the truth. Yeah, I know. No, what are you saying? You're saying your side is the truth? Well, yeah. When you consider what fake news is doing right now, and I see this headline in The Hill, and I get concerned because this is you, everybody. The Florida Bank announced Thursday that it's closed down the former president, Donald Trump's account, joining a growing list of entities that have cut ties with the former president following the deadly January 6th Capitol riot, because you understand that he was the one who instigated the riot. That's why there has to be an impeachment process for a president that's no longer in office. I'm not sure how constitutional that is, but it's interesting how Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell seem to think that, well, this is a place that we have to go. We should ask Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's the expert.
I'm not the expert.
Well, we got to ask somebody. There's got to be an expert out there someplace.
Bowl of doggy doo.
In his financial disclosures, Trump has stated that he had 2 money market accounts with Banks United. Hey, you know who Banks United is? Washington Post reports the accounts held somewhere between $5 and $25 million. They don't want to have any depository related with them, says Banks United. They don't give any reasons for decisions to shutter the account. Another Florida bank, Professional Bank, last week announced that it would be cutting ties with Trump, saying it would no longer conduct business with the former president or his organizations. And I can go down the list of other banks that are doing the same exact thing. I'm assuming that there's probably a bank out there that's like, come on, we'll hold your money. We'll take it. And that's where we're going to have to be, everybody. We're going to have to find this place. We're going to have to find these places to go. This is going to be the new norm, thanks to the cancel culture, thanks to the Democrats, thanks to the liberals, thanks to the progressives, the socialists, all the same. This is where we're going. And so there are going to be tough decisions that we're all going to have to make. There are places that we may be used to shopping that maybe we should send our money someplace else. There are individuals that are going to make these decisions based on what? Like, why would, according to the Hill story, why would Banks United, why would they do this? Are they feeling pressure? Is there a need to do this? And I bring this up right now first because, number one, if you think it's only going to be the president, you already know that it's you and you're next in a lot of ways. If it's social media and the things you've been able to post and not be able to post, and whether or not you're on places like Twitter, and you're finding that you're losing a lot of people that have been following you, and people getting off the platform, being taken off the platform, the censorship of free speech that we see. I mentioned this again yesterday, and I'll keep doing it. I do not believe, there is not one part of my being, of my soul, from the tips of my fingers to the tips of other things, body parts, that in one way at all believes that Democrats as a whole are voting for the policies that this president is putting forward in his first 100 days, first days out of the gate, and what's coming. And I don't believe that they want any part of it. And so my silver lining for a lot of what will be the discussion in the next few days and weeks is I do think there's opportunity here. You can't, certainly you can't overwhelm a system if you've got people on the Democrat side that are agreeing with you that this is not what they signed up for. With the Biden administration, these are not the things that we signed up for, and we don't want any part of it. You can't overwhelm the system on the other side of it if you've got that kind of support. But having said that, we have to be realists, and we've got to live in what is the reality of today, and that is if state legislatures don't get their act together and cement for 2022 what is going to be coming up, the issues of election integrity and what those states are going to do in 2022 and 2024 with regards to how they're going to conduct their elections. If they don't cement that at a legislative level, we're in a lot of trouble. And then if we don't have courts that will agree that legislatures are the ones that make the rules, and you can't have Supreme Courts or politicians, or lawyers or other people come along, or governors, secretaries of state sue, and then have courts agree with that. We can't have that either. So we got a lot of work to do. But that just popped up on my feed, and it's just the reality of some of the things we're going to see, and you just need to be prepared for it. That there are going to be people that are going to want to cancel you because you did support Donald Trump as president of the United States. And no matter if the man is in office or not, no matter what happens in the future, the policies worked and the policies stay. And if you honestly think, if Mitch McConnell honestly thinks, as he proposes, that the impeachment trial of the former president begin in mid-February to allow for due process, and you have Nancy Pelosi, who obviously is talking about unity and calls for unity, and hey, does she even care about unity? I wonder.
Thank you. You mentioned unity and the message of unity that came out yesterday. Are you at all concerned about moving forward with an impeachment trial could undercut that message and alienate Republican supporters of the president?
No.
Why?
No, I'm not worried about that.
No, she's not worried about it. She doesn't care about unity. She doesn't care. Biden's calling for unity. Nancy Pelosi doesn't care about unity. Mitch McConnell cares about unity. Do you see that? Nancy Pelosi doesn't care about unity, talking about Joe Biden and, America United and unity, which, of course, is a lie. It's a flat-out lie, and you all know it. But, boy, Mitch McConnell wants unity, doesn't he? Mitch McConnell wants unity with Democrats. The fact that he's even allowing and talking about this as something that's legit to go forward, constitutionally speaking, how there's no precedent for this. We're going to impeach a president that's not in office for what? It's all politics. It was all politics when he was in office. It's politics now. Yeah, there are a lot of Republicans out there, for you Republicans, and I'm sorry to say, that are just not on your side and not your friends, politically speaking. Oh, they're your friends when they need your vote. So the impeachment trial is likely to grind the Senate business to a halt, including the confirmation process for Biden's cabinet nominees. And all Mitch McConnell is looking for is some due process. Yeah, we want to take... Well, the only thing that I can think of, and the only spin that you could put on this that would be a positive, is Mitch McConnell doing this because he wants to give it time so that everybody can see how unconstitutional this is and then have it go away? Well, I don't think anybody's going to stop this train from rolling, and I'm concerned about people who are going to fight for the Constitution to begin with, and Mitch McConnell isn't helping, and neither are others. 239-479-5592. So that's a little bit of frustration on this Friday. Sorry to wake up with some frustration this morning, but I kind of wanted to mention that. The fake news media, the hypocrisy of the media, the joke that the media is on full display yesterday. in multiple ways. We got our first come on man out of Joe Biden. Isn't that exciting? It didn't take very long. Oh, I got to do this. All right, let's do this. Let's take a break right now. And when we come back, this is hysterical. Again, reinforcing the fact that the media, Democrats, progressives, all the same. They're all on the same page. What you're going to get now is, instead of the fight against anything and everything that has to do with Trump and anything that comes close to his orbit, now you're going to get quite the opposite. You're going to get the covering up for. You're going to get the sweet talk, and then and then you're going to get the hypocrisy. Wait till you hear Joe Biden's straight up come on man yesterday, and the question that was asked and why. Oh man, just the hypocrisy just pops a bubble in a lot of the COVID talk about vaccines and the distribution of vaccines and whether or not there was a strategy and whether or not we have to start from scratch. It's hysterical. Coming up. Stay break 92.5 Fox News. Don't forget, you can watch at drewsteele.com. You can go to the website or YouTube and Facebook at Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's. Sabrina Katz has your traffic.
Good Friday morning. Traffic is very busy on I-75 already, heading southbound starting from Corkscrew Road. There's also fog if you're heading northbound to Charlotte County. Limited visibility near mile marker 167, which is Harborview Road. Also delays in Cape Coral, already beginning in North Cape on Chiquita, heading north of Diplomat. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today and into the weekend, heads up, we are going to be starting with patchy areas of dense fog. 75 degrees for your Friday, 77 Saturday, and 80 degrees on Sunday with a mixture of sun and clouds. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Keeping you rooted in the truth. 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions Incorporated, providing organic and botanical pest control solutions since 2011.
One of the most.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Mixed markets on Wall Street Thursday. The Dow down about 12 points. The S&P up by 1. The NASDAQ up by about 74. Looks like a majority of Americans want to be their own boss. A new survey by the company Invoice2Go finds 3 out of 5 people are committed to the idea of working for themselves instead of for an employer. Ron McNamara in Red Bluff, California was his own boss for a few years. He owns R&J Thrift Store. But business is so bad because of the pandemic, he's going out of business. But he's giving away everything that was in the store.
You've got to be able to support the bills, and you can't do that when business is like business. So we're going to miss everyone.
He says people can grab a bag in the store and just take whatever they need. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
With the new president, so much is happening in Washington. Now, millions are turning to Newsmax TV, your trusted news source. They're going online to Newsmax.com for breaking news and downloading the free Newsmax app on their smartphones. Newsmax TV is on all major cable systems. If you don't get Newsmax, call your cable operator or watch it free on Roku, YouTube, Apple TV, Xumo, Pluto, and smart TVs like Samsung and LG. Newsmax is real news for real people. Start watching today.
This is Greg, owner of Tropical Generator. And when I started my generator business 17 years ago, I made it a priority to focus on reliability. Generators are a lot like fire extinguishers. Hopefully, you never have to use it. But when you do, it better perform flawlessly. There are a lot of competitors out there whose only goal is to separate you from your money. Whether the generator actually performs in an emergency, well, that's not really a concern. Instead of taking a big risk on a cheap fire extinguisher, call Tropical Generator today for a reliable generator system. I offer you 17 years of experience doing expert generator installations, a 4-year degree in electrical engineering, and the highest level Florida licenses in electrical and gas contracting. I also live in Fort Myers and have personally selected and trained every one of our employees. At Tropical Generator, we're big enough to help and small enough to care. Call today, 239-206-4509 or tropicalgenerator.com. That's 239-206-4509 or on the web at tropicalgenerator.com. License EC 13007873.
Hey, this is Pop-Up introducing an old friend, Tim Weir at Wise Owl Roofing. Tim specializes in metal roofs, flat roofs, and re-roofing tile roofs. If you need a free estimate, please call me at 945-2700. As always, we offer our free tile roof inspection. If you have a dirty tile roof or have some slipped or cracked tiles, please call me at 945-2700. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, we want to thank all of you that have responded to Papa's wacky commercials over the past 34 years. We specialize in cleaning and sealing tile roofs. If your roof went through Hurricane Irma and you don't see any damage, it's still a good idea to have your tile roof inspected to make sure your roof is in good shape. Over the years, we've collected thousands of the old concrete tiles that have never been used, and likely we can match your existing tile that need to be replaced. Please call Papa at 945-2700. That's area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1326213.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan has been authorized to continue offering the full original MSRP for your trade-in. The factory warned us to end the offer, but after record-breaking sales in 2020, we've been approved to continue running it. If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, regardless of where you purchased it from, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Hundreds of new Nissan models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite and get full details at naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Glenn Beck at 9 and Rush at noon. Right now, it's Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Why weren't President Biden and all members of the Biden family masked at all times on federal lands last night if he signed an executive order that mandates masks on federal lands at all times?
At the inaugural...
At the Lincoln Memorial, yes.
I think, Steve, he was celebrating an evening of a historic day.
Is that it? Oh, wait a minute. So remember when we talked yesterday about the fact that I sent you that picture of Joe Biden who sent, who signed that executive order, got to wear masks on federal property. And there he is at the Lincoln Memorial with all his family and nobody's wearing a mask. And so Peter Doocy from Fox News is to Jen Psaki, White House press secretary. Hey, he wasn't wearing a mask. Why wasn't the family wearing a mask? And she's, oh, well, they were celebrating. Hey, is that it? Is that all we have to do? So from now on, in order to get past the federal mask mandate in transportations and buses and trains and planes and automobiles and and all we have to do is say we're celebrating. That's it. We are just celebrating Joe Biden as president of the United States. Everybody, that's it. Why do you got your mask off, sir? I'm celebrating Joe Biden is president of the United States. Woo! That's why not? Seriously, I'm asking you, why not?
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm Alan with Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions. My 6 years of service to my country taught me a lot about integrity, trust, and getting the job done and getting it done right. I have integrated much of my Army training into the business. And I mean integrated. I'm actually standing here recording in my fatigues. I understand that it may seem that there are more pest control companies than bugs, but our company is very different. A lot of pest control companies are what we call spray jockeys. You see bugs and they just come and spray. You see more bugs, so they spray more. My team's approach consists of understanding what's causing the bugs to come in. Sometimes it's something as simple as caulking or patching holes. Spraying is not always the answer. If you're tired of the spray jockeys and want real pest control solutions, call us, Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions, today at 595-4867. That's 595-4867. Now serving Marco, Naples, Bonita, and Estero.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Chevy showroom, this is Marty.
You know what's outside at Victory Lane, Chevy, Marty?
Yeah, what's outside?
Tons of new Chevys. They're dropping them off now as we speak. Oh, they're so beautiful.
Ask him when he's dropping off at my dealership, okay? Could you?
Oh, what'd you do, Marty? Stiff a bunch of your customers over the holidays?
No.
Your lot's empty over there?
You're nuts.
Well, I may be nuts, but you know what, Marty? I got all the Chevys to sell.
You got?
And you got Jack Zippity Squat.
No, I don't.
Bye-bye, Marty. During the perfect timing event at Victory Lane Chevrolet, get top dollar for trades. Plus, take an extra $9,000 off new 2021 Silverados or $6,000 off new Chevy Equinox. Look, if you didn't get something shiny with big wheels during the holidays, get thousands off MSRP right now at Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com. Find new roads. Taxes and fees extra. All rebates to dealer. Offers with approved credit and do not combine. Expires 1/31/2021.
Saturday, January 30th, an evening of great local stories and music that will inspire and warm your heart. Presented by the Naples Children in Education Foundation, founders of the Naples Winter Wine Festival. Meet people whose lives have been changed for the better by the generosity of Southwest Floridians. I'm Lindsay Sablon from Wink News. Join me and Wink News anchor Lois Tomey for NCEF, A Community Comes Together.
Saturday, January 30th at 7 on Wink TV.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster.
We'll move heaven and earth to get more people vaccinated.
President Biden's directing the Federal Emergency Management Agency to help create community coronavirus vaccination centers. Dr. Anthony Fauci, kept on as a member of the Biden coronavirus team, says he took no pleasure of being put in a position of contradicting the president before.
The idea that you can get up here and talk about what you know.
All right, good morning. Hey, everybody. We are off air, on camera with you on our live stream. Maybe you're at drewsteele.com. Maybe you're at YouTube, Drew Steele Radio. Maybe you're at facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. Hey, would you do me a favor? I just want to see who's with us this morning, who's watching right now, who could hear me, and just let me know where it is. Well, I guess I could see where it is. You're either on YouTube or Facebook. But I just want to say good morning to you all on this Friday and say hi. And maybe you have some things that you want to talk about this morning. Or you want me? You want to talk? Hey, you got anything you want to talk about? I don't really want to do this today. It's Friday. I just want to sit back. Just let me know you're here. Just want to say good morning and recognize you for watching the stream, whether it's at drewsteele.com or YouTube or Facebook. Maybe even tell me where you're watching from. If you've tried to go to drewsteele.com, I've set it up so that it works like an app. So if you just go onto your browser, whatever browser you have, and you go to the website, it's easy for you to just hit play, and so that you can watch it the same way you would watch it on an app. Just trying to make it convenient for you to watch them while you're on the go. Richard's here. Good morning, Richard. Good to see you. Richard Wagner. And Lisa's here. Lisa Graham. Lynn Rodriguez. Good morning. Good to see you. Lance Wissinger. That's a new name I haven't seen yet. Good morning. Donna Fizel. And you're on Facebook Live. Okay. Awesome. Conrad Cordova. Good morning. I like the way you say morning. Aaron, I can't say that middle one, but I can say Townsend. Good morning. Sorry. I mean, I'm just... Yeah. And you're in Alabama, Donna. Okay. It's great to see you. Sean is in Dixie Country. Dixie Country, is that like the I don't even know when you say Dixie Country, tell me what you mean. I'd like to know. Amy Ray, good morning. Good morning, Amy Ray. Laura's with us, and she says it all feels like a bad dream. I know. It does feel like a bad dream, but look, we stick together. I'm trying to give you a little bit of reality, but I'm also trying to tell you that there are ways out of all of this. Just got to get your information from the right places. Jim Finley's there. Good morning on Facebook. Tom Kress, howdy from Australia. So in Australia, Tom, it's summer, right? You guys are backwards over there. You're upside down too, which is really weird. I don't know how you do that in Australia, right? So it's summer over there, enjoying a beer, and then I wonder what kind of beer you're enjoying. Let's see. Teresa, always here from Naples. Teresa's Tomorrow Productions. Good to see you. Jose is here. Good to see you. Felicia Coleman. Good morning. Good morning. You got like a little blue in your hair, and it's kind of cool. I like that. Actually, I should say, all right, wait, hold on. There you go. Yeah, I like the blue. Cool. All right, Damon Miller's here from the Cape. Good to see you, Damon. I should have done this before. Amy Ray, good morning. Good to see you. There you go. Shauna, have you told me yet? Dixie Country, where that is. I want to know. All right, let's see. Melissa is on watching in North Fort Myers on Facebook. Appreciate you. Jessica Wittenberg is here as well. Good to see you. And okay, Rick, appreciate you, Rick A. Here, wouldn't miss it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Ann Bury, did I say that right? We appreciate you, Ann. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. And, oh, you're in Texas. All right, there you go. Cool. We'd love to see you there. And Frederick's here from California. We appreciate you watching as well. And let's see. Lloyd, 17 executive orders actions, but none help Americans. You nailed it. That is, well, no, that's not true. It's helped some. Like, for example, if you're a transgender athlete right now, oh boy, are you helped. You get to, if you're a guy and you claim you're not, that you are a woman, transgenders, you want to join the team and race against others, you've been helped. We're going to get into that story coming up. That's one. And maybe your thoughts on that, too. Marcia Bukla, is that right? Marcia, I hope I said your name right. All right, yeah, where is it? Dixie Country? Oh, Gainesville and Tallahassee. All right. That's a beautiful country over there. All right, guys, thanks so much. Tiffany Ann in Naples, good to see you, Tiffany Ann. And Peggy Jean here is in Arizona. Arizona, where it's kind of, our weather is like, isn't it like your weather? Kind of a little bit like chilly in the morning and warmer during the day. All right. Appreciate all of you for watching. Stay here. And we're going to get back to it. All right, coming up. Thanks so much for watching.
On all our in-stock Core-Tech. We're not going to go up 50 cents a square foot, and we're going to save it for our customers.
And so when it comes to Core-Tech, I mean, it is just amazing the selection that you have. And not only that, the installation is incredible. What you do there is fantastic.
Yes, and we stock 100 colors of Core-Tech.
Floor Meisters, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Being the most experienced, Dr. David C. Brown's Eye Centers of Florida has conducted many FDA studies since 1971, including the first to perform laser cataract surgery, multifocal lens for cataracts, HD lens for distance clarity and accuracy, genetic screening for macular degeneration, the studies for implantable contact lenses, and dozens more. A world of better vision is right here in Southwest Florida. Dr. David C. Brown's Eye Centers of Florida, clearly the right choice.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
There's an excellent way to remember the 2021 inauguration. No, it's not a photo of Biden giving his address or Lady Gaga performing the national anthem. Introducing, from the same folks that brought you all those commemorative plates, it's the Bernie Sanders sitting by himself wearing a giant coat and mittens statue. Put him on your deck, next to your gas grill, or on your front porch in a rocking chair, or even riding shotgun in your car so you can drive in the carpool lane. Now you can keep the memory of the 2021 inauguration alive for years to come. The Bernie Sanders sitting by himself wearing a giant coat and mittens statue. Get yours today.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
That's funny. That's funny because it's true. That was the big meme. People, this is why it's funny, because it's true. And let me explain why it's funny, because it's true. Did we not, on inauguration, the day after Inauguration Day, how many people came in here or shooting us texts or emails, all the memes of people putting Bernie Sanders like in different places. There was one meme that I saw with Bernie Sanders sitting in the middle of like a WWE wrestling ring, and he's sitting in the middle of some of the wrestlers. There's one where it's like The Shining, and he's down at the end of the hallway, and there's all kinds of stuff, right? Even people in the newsroom they were doing their own Bernie Sanders memes. It was hysterical.
Yeah, they were literally one by one showing them to us. So
and here's what's so funny. And you can play, if you're at home, wherever you are, and thanks for watching, by the way. Maybe you're watching at drewsteele.com. You can watch there, and you can have it on your smartphone. You can have it on your device or your computer. You can watch it YouTube or YouTube or Facebook at Drew Steele Radio. Both places have it, Drew Steele Radio, and we appreciate you watching. Here's the thing. When you talk about the Bernie Sanders sitting alone and the inauguration, and isn't it amazing what people remember about this inauguration? Shouldn't the one thing you remember is the speech? Shouldn't the one thing you remember most be the new incoming president of the United States? It's not. And here's a little game you can play along with us, and I'll have Jake play as well. Okay, here we go. I wish we need some, here's some like gamey music. Okay, here we go. You ready? This is hysterical, dude. The average social media interactions about key figures on Inauguration Day, according to Axios. The most average interactions on social media. What people are talking about, right? They go to an exclusive data website, I don't know what it's called, NewsWhip or whatever it is. So they want to talk about the most memorable moments. And I'm going to ask you which number Joe Biden is out of 8 different people. All right, you ready? Was he number one? Do you think Joe Biden was number one? The most social media interactions when it comes to the inauguration. Was he number one?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Okay. Amanda Gorman was number one by a huge margin. Amanda Gorman, the what was it? The poet. She's like she was like I guess it was right. Is she like a young poet?
No clue.
Okay. Amanda Gorman was number one. Was she number two? Yes or no?
Was Amanda Gorman?
No. Was Joe Biden on the list of social media interactions? Because it's the inauguration. We're talking about Joe Biden. Was he number two?
No, I don't think so.
It was the Obamas. The Obamas there. More social media interaction about the Obamas, okay, than Joe Biden. Was he number three?
No, there's no way he beat Bernie.
This is what you do. What you do.
That's right. Bernie was number three. Okay, so the statue Bernie, number three. Most social interactions for the most important day that happens every 4 years in this country. The inauguration of a brand new president, the peaceful transition of. Was he number four?
Nah, Lady Gaga.
Nope. Kamala Harris was number four. Number four. The incoming vice president of the United States, Harris, was number four. Most social media interactions. Was she number five? Was he number five?
Lady Gaga.
No. You ready for this? He wasn't number five. Donald Trump was number five. There were more Trump interactions on social media about key figures on Inauguration Day than Joe Biden. Okay? Was he number six?
I don't think we're done yet.
No, we got 8. Okay? Was he number 6? This is the inauguration of Joe Biden as the president of these United States. Was he number 6? Social media interactions.
Now this time Lady Gaga?
Yes. Now it's Lady Gaga. So Lady Gaga doing a fantastic rendition, right? Of Star Spangled Banner. She was great. It was, okay. The outfit was a little weird.
Very. And the microphone was a little in this.
Yeah, well, no, it's necessary for her. Because it's all about her, right? That's the whole thing. When you're there for the inauguration of a new president, it's really about you, how you look. Like there's a little person on your chest, that whatever that thing was that was on her chest, and a microphone that's like sparkly and shiny and everything else, and then this dress that goes. It went, I think, from. Where did it go? From Key Largo to Jacksonville. It was really big.
They're actually still rolling it up.
They're still rolling it up. Look at you. Good for you today. It is Friday. You've come ready for. Okay. Anyway, all right. Was Joe Biden number 7 on the most social interactions about key figures?
I'm trying to think of who else was there.
You don't have to know who it was. You just have to know he wasn't number 7. It was Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez.
Forgot about her.
Jennifer Lopez had more social interaction on social media. Social interaction. That was weird. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I mean, she's probably had more social interaction than Joe Biden's had. I mean, there's a little, not a joke. Yeah, not a joke. I mean, okay. Joe Biden, you gotta stop them. All right, stop. Joe Biden, out of 8 individuals, according to this data, News Whip, that was gathering up average interactions on social media on Inauguration Day and who they were talking about, Joe Biden was 8 out of 8 individuals. He was the last on the list that people were. It was the inauguration of Joe Biden as president. Now, I wonder if they were to do the same data when Donald Trump became president of the United States. You think he'd be number 1? Yeah. Donald Trump was 5th. And it's Joe Biden's day. Now, I take it for what it's worth. I mean, what does it mean? What does it mean? To me, it means exactly what you're thinking. There's no way 672 million people voted for Joe Biden for president of the United States. There's no way. Everybody was looking for something else to look at or to listen to. You know the thing.
All men and women created by the go. You know the thing.
That's our president. All right. 239-479-5592. Man, what do you say about that? I mean, I think it speaks for itself. Doesn't it speak for itself? It does. It's crazy. Okay, so some of the other things that speak for itself. Yeah, let's go back to this again. We played this a little earlier, in case you missed it. It was Fox News, Peter Doocy. Jen Psaki is the White House press secretary, and with the press, a loving, adoring press. I got to play this before we go into the Steve Doocy audio. I have to play this. You're not going to, here's another, you're not going to believe this. It gets worse. It gets crazier. Okay, where is it? Come on. Oh man, are you telling me I lost it? All right. I thought I had it. Oh wait, I have it. Hold on a second. Stand by. Okay, so there was a supercut that was made of the fact that we have a new president, new administration, new press secretary, and a former press secretary. Oh gosh, I gotta find this audio. I can't find it. Oh man, this is the worst tease ever. All right, I don't know what happened. It just bounced off my screen. Oh. Basically, what it was a supercut that was made of the difference between what we see now and this White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, and the incoming administration, and what we saw in the past. Yeah, I can't find it. And it was a supercut of Sean Spicer, and so it was a little bit of Sean Spicer, and it was a little bit of Jen Psaki, and between the two of them, and kind of mocking Sean Spicer in his first day. It's only 30 seconds long, and 30 seconds of Jen Psaki and the love affair of the media and the hatred that was being spewed by the media going after Sean Spicer. Do you know who put it out? Gosh, I wish I had it. It was China's state media put it out. Like, good riddance, Trump. Oh, and by the way, isn't it nice to see when you have civility? Here's an example of one side when Trump was in office. Like, I could play it, and you could imagine that it was the mainstream media that did this. But it was China's state media that put it together. Like, you got to be kidding me. And you couldn't tell the difference. Yeah. Unbelievable. Gosh, I got to find it. I'll find it. All right. Anyway, 239-479-5592 is the text line. Streaming live at drewsteele.com if you want to watch, or YouTube and Facebook at Drew Steele Radio. All right, here you go. Peter Ducey asking questions about Jen Psaki and the fact that the Biden family, Joe Biden signing off on these mask mandates. Got to do it. Got to mask up, everybody. Federal and federal property and buses and trains and automobiles and all of this, right? And there he is at the Lincoln Memorial, no mask. What's up?
Why weren't President Biden and all members of the Biden family masked at all times on federal lands last night if he signed an executive order that mandates masks on federal lands at all times?
At the inaugural...
At the Lincoln Memorial, yes.
I think, Steve, he was celebrating an evening of a historic day.
Okay, so that's good to know. So from now on, if you are celebrating a historic day, do we define what a historic day is? Let's say Jake just got a new puppy. It's a historic day because he hates dogs. He's a cat guy. And so Jake is celebrating the fact that he's moved on from cats and he's now going to what many consider to be the real pet in your home, and that would be a dog. I didn't say that. That was somebody, Jake. Anyway, the point is, Jake's celebrating. Listen, he's celebrating a big day. This is a momentous moment in Jake's life. So don't wear a mask. Just tell him you're celebrating. It's a celebration. If you want to be politically correct, tell him you're still celebrating Joe Biden as president of the United States. That it's been 4 years of HE double toothpicks. Yeah, I do that because my son's listening. And it's been 4 years of heck. And do you understand what we've been going through? And because it's been so traumatic, I'm still celebrating. I wasn't wearing my mask.
Our country, and certainly he signed the mask mandate because it's a way to send a message to the American public about the importance of wearing masks, how it can save.
He signed it because he wants to show the importance of wearing masks, but yet he didn't wear the mask. She's got to learn how to spin a little better.
Tens of thousands of lives. We take a number of COVID precautions, as you know, here in terms of testing, social distancing, mask wearing ourselves, as we do every single day. But I don't know that I have more for you on it than that.
I bet you don't have more. All right, but Peter Ducey from Fox News isn't done.
But as Joe Biden often talks about, it is not just important the example of power, but the power of our example. Was that a good example for people who are watching who might not pay attention normally?
Well, Steve, I think the power of his example is also the message he sends by signing 25 executive orders.
Okay, yeah, so he sent a powerful message with signing 25 executive orders. His powerful message is, see these things I'm going to sign? Some of them, listen, I'm not even going to abide by, and I'm not really sure that you need to abide by, but we are going to make sure that we erase as much as we can anything that we can remember about the former president and his administration and the positive things that he was able to accomplish. And we're going to bring in nothing new. Can I say that again? What Joe Biden is doing right now as president of the United States and the executive orders that he's bringing on board, signing off on, and the policies that he's pushing, where is there something new? Where is there something innovative? Where is there something for the collective good? I like that language. For the United States, for unity. You realize it's not one thing. It's all old. It's all Obama administration people and policies and all right. Yeah. There's nothing new. All the things that we've been trying to push back against for very serious and obvious reasons are now going to be on full display. Now, what are some of those things? I wonder what you think about one of those 27 or 142 or whatever the executive orders that the king is signing off on. I wonder what you think about this one in particular. How about the executive order now that lets transgender athletes compete against biological females? And they get to hang out in any locker room that they choose. Stroke of a pen, baby. I wonder what you think about that. Because I'll make the suggestion that when we come back, I want to get your calls and your thoughts on that, 239-479-5592, because I can make the case that I wonder how this strengthens women's rights. How do you strengthen protections for women if this is something that is okay? Because there's some obvious things that we have to talk about. There's some obvious things that are there. And I wonder if this is the Joe Biden presidency you signed up for. 239-479-5592. Let's talk about that coming up. You can watch drewsteele.com. We appreciate that. YouTube and Facebook at Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's. Traffic. There's Sabrina Katz.
A crash on 75 northbound at mile marker 185 is now delaying traffic for 2.5 miles. The delays continue to build, so if you're heading this way already on the interstate, you can get off at Kings Highway and head to US 41. Also, Cape Coral commuters traffic is slowing as you're heading southbound on Country Club Boulevard towards Cape Coral Parkway. We are still up to speed on the Midpoint Bridge, but the morning rush is starting. Lots of cars heading that way, heading into Fort Myers. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today and into the weekend, heads up. We are going to be starting with patchy areas of dense fog. 75 degrees for your Friday, 77 Saturday, and 80 degrees on Sunday with a mixture of sun and clouds. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority. To learn more.
Is gleeful. Shortly after being installed, Joe Biden signed executive orders putting us back in the Paris Climate Agreement. This will accomplish 2 things. It'll hurt America's economy. It will give environmentalist wackos orgasms. And it's not going to be easy to do either. Now, with another executive order, Biden killed off the Keystone XL pipeline. That was supposed to bring energy from Canada to us. Killing the pipeline does 2 things. It drives up the cost of energy in America, and it gives environmentalist wackos orgasms. Now, if Trump created it, Biden wants to destroy it, starting on day 1. Anything Biden could erase before nap time, he did. But here's the thing. Before COVID, President Trump had built the strongest American economy in history. Instead of being an energy importer, we became an energy exporter. As Trump had promised, trade deals were renegotiated to stop other countries from taking advantage of us. And now, with our economy suffering from COVID lockdowns, mostly in blue states and cities, here comes Joe Biden, keen on destroying everything President Trump did to create this roaring economy. The drive-by media, they are happy as clams, and they will never criticize Biden for this. Tearing down everything Trump did to grow the economy can only have one outcome, folks. It's not going to take too long for that outcome to reveal itself, and you are not going to like it. If you are looking for a resolution that's easy to keep in the new year, here's one. Resolve to help protect your identity and personal information with LifeLock's Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock alerts you to potential threats to your identity. Now, you could miss certain ID threats by just monitoring your credit. LifeLock sees more, like your information for sale on the dark web. And if you have a problem, one of LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialists helps you resolve your issues. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's not only easy to keep, it'll help keep what's yours yours. You can save up to 25% off your first year. Call 800-440-4833 or go to lifelock.com and use the promo code RUSH. That's lifelock.com. Make sure to make a note, the promo code RUSH. That's how you save 25%.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $77 off any repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
So, you're in the market for new appliances. You have a choice.
You can chase around sizing up refrigerators, opening oven doors, poking your nose into top-load washers, while wondering if the quality meets your standards and the prices are fair. Or you can go to Good Deals Appliances. Starting at Good Deals Appliances makes all the sense in the world. They feature the top names in appliances like Genair, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. But the best part about shopping at Good Deals Appliances is their price guarantee. If you ever find a lower price on the same appliance, Jay and his team at Good Deals Appliances will beat it. Every time, guaranteed. When you need appliances, make your first stop your last stop. Good Deals Appliances. 3 locations to serve you. 41 at Gladiolus in Fort Myers, Pine Island Road in Cape Coral, and on Naples Boulevard near Lowe's and Costco in Naples.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
We keep hearing unprecedented during this pandemic. From a financial perspective, we've seen a lot of this before. Market plunges, global pandemics, high unemployment. Everyone has an opinion, and frankly, it's hard to know who to trust. You need a steady, independent voice. Annex Wealth Management has decades of experience helping clients navigate. You don't need a sales pitch. You need an assessment of where you are, where you're headed, and how we can help. AnnexWealth.com. If not now, when? Know the difference. Annex Wealth Management.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
He's ready to take more action. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Biden getting ready for 2 new executive orders today to deal with the COVID crisis.
For the past year, we couldn't rely on the federal government to act with the urgency and focus and coordination we needed.
Today, he'll sign an order to increase food assistance to some Americans, give further aid to the unemployed, and clear the way for federal workers and contractors to get a $15 minimum wage.
We directed the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to start standing up the first federally supported community vaccination centers.
And yesterday, the president issued 10 orders to also speed up vaccinations and implement travel mask mandates. Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House.
President Biden likes to talk a lot about how COVID-19 and mask wearing are not political issues, but a key part of his response team, who also led President Trump's response, Dr. Anthony Fauci, just made some very political observations about Biden versus Trump.
One of the new things in this administration is if you don't know the answer, don't guess. Just say you don't know the answer. The idea that you can get up here and talk about what you know, what the evidence, what the science is, and no, that's it. Let the science speak. It is somewhat of a liberating feeling.
Now, the president is proposing a 5-year extension to the START treaty, the last remaining nuclear arms pact with Russia, which said today it welcomes the negotiations with the treaty set to expire in less than 2 weeks. In Congress,
on this vote, the yeas are 326. The nays are 78.
That House vote helped set up the one later this morning in the Senate, expected to confirm General Lloyd Austin as defense secretary. He needed a waiver that both the House and Senate approved because he hadn't been retired from the military the required 7 years. ISIS claimed responsibility for the twin Iraq suicide bombings yesterday, killing 32 people at a busy Baghdad market, injuring more than 100 others. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News traffic.
A crash on 75 northbound at mile marker 185 is now delaying traffic for 2.5 miles. The delays continue to build, so if you're heading this way already on the interstate, you can get off at Kings Highway and head to US 41. Also, Cape Coral commuters traffic is slowing as you're heading southbound on Country Club Boulevard towards Cape Coral Parkway. We are still up to speed on the Midpoint Bridge, but the morning rush is starting. Lots of cars heading that way, heading into Fort Myers. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy morning fog for your Friday, eventually sunshine and clouds mixing in with temperatures topping out into the mid-70s. Now, heads up for the weekend. We will be starting both days with areas of dense fog, then gradually the sun peeks through, some clouds mix in. All things considered, pretty quiet with most areas dry. 77 on Saturday, 80 by Sunday, and a warming trend with more 80s as we start next week until a cold front brings in a chance of rain by Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash. Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. After the crash, call the police and document the scene by taking photos of all the vehicles involved. If you are injured, get medical attention as soon as possible. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Bodega, 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 Alpha and Omega. Siamese sailors sell celery sandwiches. Sawing-a-bada, serving platter.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
Did you want to try reading that line on the script there?
Oh, yeah, let's see. You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, that one?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just not warmed up yet. Shouldn't be long. Detector test.
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive today.
The marmot mangled my mushy pork pancake.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
There's always a better way, and we will always chase after it. We're building a cleaner energy future with millions of solar panels, and we're using the latest technology, investing in energy that's not just the most reliable or the cleanest, but also the most affordable. As we see it, the horizon is always moving, and to chase it is to deliver America's best energy value for you and for Florida. See how at fpl.com/value.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan has been authorized to continue offering the full original MSRP for your trade-in. The factory warned us to end the offer, but after record-breaking sales in 2020, we've been approved to continue running it. If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, regardless of where you purchased it from, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Hundreds of new Nissan models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite and get full details at naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Without more licensed workers, Gary's roofing business might hit its ceiling.
Hey, that new contract just got pushed up. We are gonna need all hands on deck to make this happen.
Hey, Gary, you booked me on that other job next week.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Sorry, my bad. I pushed the button and I started talking and nothing came out. Well, if you were watching, you knew exactly what happened. Good morning, everybody. 239-479-5592. We're going to get to your calls coming up. I see a lot of people are calling already and texting as well. We'll get to your text. We stream live every day. If you go to drewsteele.com, the website, it makes it easy, simple for you on your phone, on your smart device, your computer, wherever you are to watch this program. You just go there, drewsteele.com, and you can click on the video and watch this program. You can go to YouTube or Facebook, both, facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio. You go to YouTube there as well. We appreciate it. Don't forget, Steele has 3 E's. I constantly have to remind people, but it's kind of a thing now. The 3 E's. Jake likes it. He's going to make a shirt that's just going to have 3 E's on it, and that's it. And maybe we should do that. You know, when I say Steele has 3 E's so many times, that I wonder if we just make a shirt that has 3-letter E's along the front of it. And it could be our inside, like our inside joke thing. If I see, what? I'm just brainstorming here. It just came, just top of my head. That might be cool. Why don't we make shirts that have 3 E's on the front? And we'll just give them out. We'll make these shirts. And it'll be kind of our inside that I know you're listening and I know you're a listener. And that's all it is. Like a nice, cool, comfy, one of those nice, super soft shirts that people like. Just a t-shirt, not like a white, plain white one, but the nice, like gray kind of soft or something. Or maybe we'll have people pick colors and I'm getting carried away, right?
I mean, there's only so much we can do with 3 E's here.
Well, no, I mean, it's just, I'm talking about the quality of the show. We're moving on. All right. Hey, if you like the idea, just say yes. You can text the word yes. We'll see how many people say that. And we'll just give the shirts away. It'll be just PR inside little thing. All right. I'm glad to hear that last night, the governor, Ron DeSantis, ordering to bring back our Florida National Guard soldiers from the National Capital Region. He's bringing them back. And that's a good thing, considering that we just found out that after 2 weeks of sleeping on the marble floors there in Washington, D.C. for the inauguration, thousands of National Guardsmen were booted from congressional grounds, and they were forced to sleep on marble floors. No, not marble floors, concrete floors. They went to take their rest breaks in parking garages. In other words, here's what happened. The unexplained move comes after dozens of lawmakers posed for photo ops with the troops. Yesterday, dozens of senators and congressmen walked down our lines, taking photos, shaking hands, and thanking us for our service. Within 24 hours, they had no further use for us and banished us to the corner of a parking garage. We feel incredibly betrayed, said one guardsman, who said their unit was abruptly kicked out of the Dirksen Senate office building into a nearby parking garage. No internet reception, 1 electrical outlet, and 2 small bathrooms for 5,000 troops. We're done with you. We've had enough.
So they were out in the cold, is what you're telling me?
Yeah. Here's a parking garage. Here's 1 power outlet if you want to use a mobile device. And here's 2 bathrooms. Good luck. But I guess thanks to Biden's order, right? His some of his executive orders. I guess you can share bathrooms. You could use whichever bathroom you like. You don't have to worry about what it says or who's in it, what gender they are. But how about that? Pretty much Nancy Pelosi, who was the one who, was it Ryan Saavedra from the Daily Wire? Was he the one who mentioned, I'm going to find this out, but I think it was, that he found out that it was Nancy Pelosi, and I just want to get this right before I repeat this. But I was pretty sure that he had something on his Twitter account about Nancy Pelosi, about bringing them in and not having a plan, pretty much, to get them out. What do we do next? Nothing. Not a peep. That this would even happen. No plan at all. To have them there and then they're gone. Outrageous. 239-479-5592, the way they were treated. All right. Speaking of the way people are going to be treated coming up into the future, let's talk about this right here. So we know that one of the very first executive orders that Joe Biden has put through, and before I say this, I have to preface it. If you're watching on drewsteele.com, you're listening, wherever you listen to this program, if you're going to be watching later, maybe you're going to be revisiting it on Facebook or YouTube. I have to preface this by saying that this discussion that we're going to have is not about hate. It's not about being divisive. It's nothing like that. Because we have a difference of opinion on this is not about us being some kind of ist or obic or obia or phobia, whatever you want to say. It's nothing of the sort. So don't make anything more out of this, you libs that are listening, than we're trying to communicate here. One of the very first executive orders that Joe Biden decided to sign off on is one quote, preventing and combating discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. Now, what does that mean? So what has happened? So with the stroke of a pen, he signs a flurry of day one executive orders, and one that I just described. So what does it do? Reinstates the Obama-era Title IX regulations. Of course, regulations coming back in full force thanks to this administration to allow biologically male transgender athletes to compete in women's sports. Now, what do you think about that? 239-479-5592. Because I can give you a lot of reasons why this is going to be a bad idea. Former President Trump, ended the Title IX transgender provisions, saying that the Obama administration falsely identified sex as quote-unquote gender identity versus biological gender. Here we go. This is not about hatred. This is not about disrespecting or anything else. It's just what is and what isn't. The Biden EO also allows athletes with gender dysphoria to hang out in locker rooms of their choice. Every person should be treated with respect and dignity and should be able to live without fear no matter who they are or whom they love. Children should be able to learn without worrying about whether they will be denied access to the restroom, the locker room, or school sports, reads the executive order. Now, a couple of things come to mind. Number one, you're being denied access to a restroom, a locker room, or school sports? No, you're being denied the one that you want to go to. You're not being denied a locker room. You're not being denied sports. You're not being denied the restroom. You're just being denied the one that you want to go to, as opposed to the one that many people believe you should be going to. That's number one. Number two, the order says preventing and combating discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. You know, when you battle discrimination, what's one of the things that ends up happening every single time? In order to battle discrimination or in order to battle orientation or in order to battle certain things, maybe I won't even say discrimination or identity. How about when you battle against these things that you believe are not fair? The only way you can make this work is by denying somebody else. There's never a add-on to, supplementing, if you will. It's always the adding to one group. You know, Democrats love to do that. We have to put everybody has to be in a box, in a group. You know, you got to be over there, and this person's got to be here, and this person's got, you know, whether it is race, it's color, it's gender, you know, all of these things. You got different boxes you got to go into. I don't do that, but they do. In order to get to this place, they have to deny or take away from others. It's just a fact. It's always the way it works out. And so what's going to end up happening now? Hey, do you have a son or daughter who's on is going to a college right now because of a scholarship? What's going to happen if they get replaced by another individual? Forget about that scholarship. That goes out the window, and that opportunity to learn, which, by the way, if you're going to a college, you might want to explore what they're teaching anyway, because critical race theory and other things, which we're going to get to next week, because it's a big deal. But do you see what I'm saying here? And maybe you disagree. 239-479-5592. And then what ultimately comes down to the competition. What do you do? I mean, some people have said to me, just don't show up. You want to make a statement? Here's how you make a statement. If you are a female on a team and a male now is going to be on your team and running those races or catching that ball or kicking that, whatever the sport is, I don't know. Just decide that you're not gonna participate. And as a team, if everybody makes that decision, you can't do that. Because again, by trying to make a point, who ends up getting hurt? Andrea's in Naples. She wanted to talk about this. I'm curious as to what you think, by the way, as well. 239-479-5592. Don't forget, we stream live at drewsteele.com. You can watch anytime you want. All right, Andrea, what are your thoughts on this?
Drew, 2 points I wanted to make this morning. Number one, I'm a former college runner. I competed in Division I sports. I ran cross country and track. So, as I think about this today, it's just, going back, I don't think I would have competed because it just completely takes the wind out of your sails. No matter what women do, we will never be as strong, as fast. And that's one sport in particular, track, where, there's just no way we can compete with men. And, it's just very disheartening. I don't have girls today. I have 5 boys, but, it's just very worrisome. That was one point I wanted to make.
Yeah.
The second point I wanted to make earlier before the breakthrough, you had said, this is who you voted for, Joe Biden. This is who you voted for. And, I want to just say this once again. America did not vote for Joe Biden. Florida didn't vote for Joe Biden.
Yep.
You've got a VP that garnered less than 3% of the vote. She was so unpopular. You got Joe Biden, who is, creepy. Nobody supported these people. This election was 100% stolen. There's nothing that could convince me otherwise. I was part of the rallies, the boat parades, the car parades. We have never seen that kind of excitement before.
Yeah.
So to say that this is who we voted for, no. We didn't vote for him. That's the thing. We keep on hearing that.
Yeah.
We didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
And nobody believes it, even my Democratic friends.
Yeah.
He's illegitimate.
Well, let me tackle some of your points. The first thing is I have to correct you. It's not Creepy Joe. It's Sleepy Joe. It's Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't want to correct you, but I got to do that. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is understand that before the break, when I was saying this is who you voted for, I wasn't saying you or me or the majority of people and the people in the state. I'm saying I have a lot of Democrats, a lot of liberals that listen to this program, and they like to comment off the air. They never come on the air to discuss, but they like to say a lot of things behind the scenes. And so I know that there are people listening, and I'm saying that that's who you voted for. And what the suggestion I'm making, and I think it's a strong one, and I think it's an important one to remember as we move forward, especially in 2022, and we are there now. It's this. I honestly, in my heart, believe that yes, there were issues of election integrity. Yes, the mail-in ballot issue was a huge problem. And yeah, I'm going to continue to talk about it. Sorry if people don't like it. We're going to still talk about election integrity. We've got questions that have not been answered. Courts did not take up every single case and have everything on display and make decisions. They didn't do it. So don't tell us everything is done or over and finished. It's not. We have questions. But when it comes to the Democrats that did vote, even the ones in this state and even the ones across the country, I might make the case that they didn't know what they were in for. If we are told that people voted for Joe Biden as the anti-Trump vote because they had 4 years of misery and they couldn't take it anymore, I'm pretty confident that they wouldn't say, oh, wait a minute, this is what I'm getting by voting for Joe Biden? Well, maybe I'll sit this one out. I think they would say that as opposed to I'm going to vote anti-Trump and vote for the kind of policies that we're beginning to see that are detrimental to the country. I might make the case that that's not what they signed up for. So that's what I was saying before. Now, I want to make this one point because you are the perfect person to ask. I wonder how women are going to feel, not just in sports, but if they're concerned about their rights and their protections, sports or otherwise. How do they feel comfortable believing that they're going to have those rights and protections continue if we're told now that your gender is just whatever's in your head instead of you could fill in the blank. I mean, that's got to make you feel uncomfortable as well.
Yeah, 100%. And thinking about, our bus trips, hotel trips in college. And listen, everybody's entitled to their own opinions on this. And this is not I just don't know I'd feel comfortable sharing a room with somebody that's a biological male. Yeah. If I was put in that's what you do when you're in college sports. You travel, right? You're using locker rooms together. And that just brings up a whole other, part of things that you shouldn't have to deal with. You're there to compete. You're there to win. Yeah. Or you used to be there to win. I used to be there to win. That was my mentality. I wanted to win. But the problem is now there's just no way you can win. Yeah. And that's the message that's being sent. It's not okay.
Well, Andrea, listen, I appreciate the call there in Naples. Call anytime. Thank you so much. 239-479-5592. And then the discussion becomes, do we get to talk about this? I mean, we do. We do here. because we allow for free speech. We allow for opinion. We allow for you to have your voice and your voice be heard. And soon, quickly, as we're beginning to see that there are going to be times when you're not going to have a place. You're not going to have an avenue. You're not going to have anything except the public square. And that public square is going to have to be private because it can't be public because we can't have all you Trump supporters gathered around in one place. We see what happens and what you do when you are. I know that sounds outrageous, but that's what's going on right now. 239-479-5592. Would love to get your thoughts on this coming up. I'm looking at the time. Why don't we take a break? And when we come back, we've got Steve and John, David, all lined up. We'll get to your calls up next. It's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
You don't have to feel distant. Come join the conversation.
I want to say I love America because everyone gets a voice.
This is 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. The electrical panel is the heart of your home's electrical system. Malfunctions can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk or in the dark altogether. So trust our teams at Mr. Sparky to get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $200 off a panel replacement.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888. Sparky.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
We've been waiting for COVID-19 vaccines to be developed. Now, waiting for them to get to us. But you can do more than wait. You have powerful ways to help slow the spread right now and protect your family and loved ones too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. It's risky to be indoors with them, too. And, of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports masks protect the people who wear them and folks around them. And wash your hands using soap and water for 20 seconds. And do it frequently. Vaccines won't make COVID go away overnight, but they give us a real chance to finally overcome it. As long as we keep watching our distance, wearing our masks, and washing our hands.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Rockstar Harley will pay your sales tax promotion on any pre-owned Harley this week only.
Yeah. Rockstar Harley doesn't intend on paying or avoiding your sales tax.
Sales tax is the amount of your discount on any pre-owned Harley. Rockstar Harley is Florida's #1 volume Harley dealer with over 500 Harleys on site. You don't need perfect credit, don't need a cash down payment, and 100% of all credit applications considered. Every pre-owned Harley discounted by your sales tax at Rockstar Harley now through Sunday.
So you're a small business, or a big one. You were thriving, but then, you encountered an obstacle. So how do you bounce back? You don't. You bounce forward. Time to think, plan, pivot. With Comcast Business and powerful connectivity, get serious internet that lets you go bigger. All powered by the nation's largest gig speed network. So you can do more searching, more sharing, more shipping. Which means you've got more time for planning, for making, for running the show. That sounds great if everyone's in the office. But what if no one's in the office? Bring the office to them. From bandwidth at HQ to bandwidth at home. But is your network secure? Of course it's secure. It helps protect connected devices. But how do you do this? You don't do this. We do this together. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business. Go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
Dr. Svetlana Kogan here, a board-certified internal medicine concierge physician on 5th Avenue South in Naples. Many of you wonder what holistic practice is. Well, good health is like a puzzle. It depends on how you perceive yourself, your environment, what you eat, your relationships, and lifestyle. It takes time and skill for the doctor to put these pieces of the puzzle together for you and come up with solutions customized to your specific needs. Holistic doctors believe that less medication is better and use preventive approach to keep you out of harm's way. This is also a concierge practice. Every patient gets my email and cell phone for emergencies and can be seen the same day if necessary. You are seen by me personally, and we take all the time that you need. You can visit my website, customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com. to learn about how I, Dr. Svetlana Kogan, can help you feel healthy and balanced again.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island with 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you. Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. LED color-changing pool lights can create an after-dark backyard oasis. Pick your color or select one of the light shows. You can see how dramatic it really is on our website. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
True relief for back and neck pain. Are you driving down the road right now with back or neck pain or pain into your arms or legs? Maybe your struggle is getting out of your bed or chair. Maybe you get weakness when you put weight on your leg or swing your golf club. It's time you address this problem once and for all. At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, these are the conditions that we treat every day, except we treat the root of the problem. No injections or pain meds. Non-surgical spinal decompression, recognized around the country for incredible statistical results for long-term pain relief. Break the cycle of pain from sciatica, stenosis, neuropathy, arthritis, or car accidents. Non-surgical spinal decompression can get your life back. Spinal decompression is safe and comfortable for any age and doesn't involve any hanging upside down. Don't hurt anymore when the answer is only a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Ever purchased an online item and either it doesn't fit, has missing parts, or became damaged? Trying to save a few bucks can end up costing more. My Shower Door is a locally owned and operated family business that measures, manufactures, and installs our own brand of frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida. And we were just named Lee County's Manufacturer of the Year. With almost 80,000 shower doors installed, we have the experience and expertise. Plus, estimates are always free. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdoor.com.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News traffic.
The crash on the interstate heading northbound near Ponce de Leon Boulevard is slowing traffic for 3 miles. If you're commuting between Ponce de Leon, looking to head to North River, avoid I-75 and just stick to US 41. Also, if you're in Collier County, traffic slowing down on Immokalee Road, heading westbound towards the interstate. Everglades Boulevard is pretty packed as well, heading north to Immokalee Road. Lehigh Acres, the slowdown is on 23rd west of Sunshine to Gunnery. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy morning fog for your Friday, eventually sunshine and clouds mixing in with temperatures topping out into the mid-70s. Now, heads up for the weekend. We will be starting both days with areas of dense fog, then gradually the sun peeks through, some clouds mix in. All things considered, pretty quiet with most areas dry. 77 on Saturday, 80 by Sunday, and a warming trend with more 80s as we start next week until a cold front brings in a chance of rain by Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
From smartphones and TVs to desktops, laptops, and tablets.
Every audio device in this hemisphere.
All you have to do is tell your smart device to play 92.5 Fox News.
Hey Florida, this is Representative Bob Rommel. Next Wednesday is Inauguration Day, and for the last 20 years, Florida has been crucial to winning the White House. Not so this year, and we know why. But not even liberal organizations in Pennsylvania can take away Florida's presidential importance. Many Floridians have been presidential candidates. Democrat George Smathers in 1960 and 1968, Reuben Askew in 1984, and Bob Graham in 2004. In 2016, Florida had many Republicans running for president: Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, Ben Carson, and Mike Huckabee. And recently, President Donald Trump officially made Palm Beach his home. But Florida's only political leader to serve as president was Andrew Jackson back in 1828. Yes, though he claimed Tennessee as his home, he was Florida's first territorial governor. That's our interesting fact this week. Another interesting fact is Florida has no income tax and a balanced budget. Let's keep it that way. Paid for by Bob Rommel, state representative.
Hey, this is Pop-Up introducing an old friend, Tim Weir of Wise Owl Roofing. Tim specializes in metal roofs, flat roofs, and re-roofing tile roofs. If you need a free estimate, please call me at 945-2700. As always, we offer our free tile roof inspection. If you have a dirty tile roof or have some slipped or cracked tiles, please call me at 945-2700. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, we want to thank all of you that have responded to Papa's wacky commercials over the past 34 years. We specialize in cleaning and sealing tile roofs. If your roof went through Hurricane Irma and you don't see any damage, it's still a good idea to have your tile roof inspected to make sure your roof is in good shape. Over the years, we've collected thousands of the old concrete tiles that have never been used, and likely we can match your existing tile that need to be replaced. Please call Papa at 945-2700. That's area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1326213.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
I went to check on Pop today. We put our hands up to the glass as if we were touching. But really, the only touching part was that we both tried to smile.
That's no way to say hello or goodbye. COVID-19 vaccines are here, but until enough of us are vaccinated, we'll all still need to help slow the spread. Keep a 6-foot distance, wear a mask, and avoid indoor social gatherings. Learn more about vaccines and slowing the spread at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Lace up those running shoes, Southwest Florida. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention is January 30th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Visit runsignup.com and search Busey Bank to enter. Long sleeve dry fit shirt included with $25 registration fee. Go to runsignup.com and search Busey Bank. Proceeds support Drug House Odyssey and local SAD clubs. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention, January 30th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Sponsored by Busey Bank, Alufab USA, Lee Health, and Lee County Sheriff's Departments.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. A lot of people calling and holding, so we're going to get phone calls in just a second. 239-479-5592. Hey, whatever you want to talk about this morning. I know a lot of people want to talk about the executive order by Joe Biden, President of the United States, saying, hey, let's transgender individuals, athletes compete against biological females and let them hang out in the locker room of their choice. And that is now an executive order. It is done. And I wonder what you think about that. Maybe you have a child in sports. Maybe you are someone who previously, like our last caller, was someone that was on the running team in college and what that means. And I wonder what your thoughts are. We're going to get to that coming up in just a second. Hey, by the way, I mentioned this earlier, that the National Guard's troops, that on Thursday they were taken off congressional grounds. You know, we're done with you now. We had the protection that we needed for the incoming president and the inauguration. Yeah, we're all done. And they not only were forced to sleep on marble floors at the time when they were brought in, but now they've been forced to take their rest breaks in a nearby parking garage. Politico had the story, the unexplained move coming after dozens of lawmakers posed photo ops with the troops, hanging out and everything else. And according to one guardsman, dozens of senators and congressmen walked down the lines taking photos, shaking hands, thanking us for our service. Within 24 hours, they had no use for us, and they banished us to the corner of a parking garage. We feel incredibly betrayed, said one guardsman who said their unit was abruptly kicked out of the Dirksen Senate office building into a nearby parking garage with no internet reception, one electrical outlet, and 2 small bathrooms for 5,000 troops. Is this true? Is it true? Or is it this some disgruntled, it's probably some Trump supporter disgruntled who's saying all these negative things because, that's what you do. It was Ryan Saavedra. This is what I was talking about earlier, and I found it. Ryan Saavedra from the Daily Wire. Sources familiar with security discussions at the Capitol said that, quote, Speaker Pelosi personally met with the Secretary of the Army to demand 14,000 National Guard troops to be deployed to the Capitol, but there was no logistical plan provided by the Speaker's office on where the service members would sleep. Yeah, because, some might say, I'm not saying it, but some might say that, boy, when you got that photo op and you need, National Guard troops because you got to make a big hype about, something that could possibly happen at an inauguration because you're trying to continue this narrative against a former president who's no longer in office and yet still needs to be impeached when he's not in office. I'm not sure how the Constitution works there. I might say it's unconstitutional. Some have said that, but you can't go there. Yeah, once we're done with them, we don't have any use, so whatever. Doesn't make a difference. Put them wherever. It's a horrible way to treat our National Guardsmen, our citizens, our neighbors, our friends, our family members who made their way to Washington, D.C. And I just wonder why there was no plan. 239-479-5592. I'm looking at the time, 7:39 right now, at about 7:50. Get ready for Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. It is your political and civics lesson that you desperately need out there. Not you in particular, but a lot of the liberals that are listening to this program. And I get your emails. I know you're listening and watching at drewsteele.com. Drewsteele.com. You can go to watch, or you can go to YouTube and Facebook. Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. Yeah, how do I know that? Because remember, just the other day that CBS went out, man on the street, to try to see how many people knew about just basic civics 101, right? And
so we borrowed some basic questions from that very exam.
We've got some trivia questions. Can we ask you a few?
To get a sense of just how deep a crisis we're in.
How many people are in the House of Representatives?
I don't know. 12?
14? The House?
No, not
for the whole country?
Okay. It's just a couple of people. It's just a handful of people. So they pick the wrong people. We got to do Drew's College civics lessons. Come on now. All right. I see a lot of people want to call about our last conversation. Yesterday, President Biden signed a flurry of 14 day one executive orders, most of which targeted at walking back the president's agenda. Stopping border wall construction, rejoining the Paris Climate Agreement. It's great when we can all be in one big giant Earth planet and let others tell us what to do about our energy independence and carbon emissions. It's great to know that Europe and other countries, China and India, are going to get to tell us what to do. And then we're going to do it because, we're good citizens of the globe, and they're not going to do anything. No, really, that's what the Paris Climate Agreement is. It's basically, China and India. Well, we're going to gradually ease them into this. Well, no, we got to jump. Rejoining the World Health Organization. There might be some questions about that. Why would we do that? Wasn't it the World Health Organization that was kind of siding with China a little bit at the beginning with COVID and all the disinformation that was coming out to almost protect them? And then ending the Keystone XL pipeline, which is great for jobs. Listen, if you want a job creator, if you care about good union jobs, and we're going to get to that too, because Pete Buttigieg had a few things to say about it yesterday on Capitol Hill. And these are great executive orders. Well, here's another one. The Obama-era Title IX regulations, which allowed biologically male transgender athletes to compete in women's sports. Back on the table, everybody. It's the Preventing and Combating Discrimination on the Basis of Gender Identity or Sexual Orientation. There you go. That's signed off. And so I wonder what you think. Is it a problem if transgender athletes will be now competing against biological females? And, by the way, there's also another added bonus to it, that every person should be treated with respect and dignity and should be able to live without fear, no matter who they are or whom they are. Does that count people that disagree with this as well? Are we in on this? Children should be able to learn without worrying about whether they will be denied access to the restroom, the locker room, or school sports. So wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do. So we're going to get to your calls on this right now. All right, Ray's in Cape Coral. Has been holding patiently, and he wanted to comment on this. Hey, Ray.
Hey, Drew. The only thing I have a problem with is who's to say that, we have sexual predators everywhere, of course, but all they got to do is identify as a transgender. They don't even have to look like a transgender. As long as they identify, they can't be stopped from going into public female bathrooms or even private bathrooms for that matter, or going into locker rooms at a health, facility like a gym or something. How do they try to avoid that from happening? I mean, they don't even have to be questioned about that completely. They just say, hey, I'm a transgender, and that's it.
I guess they don't. And that's what 80 million, 672, let me get it right, 1 million Americans wanted. That's what they signed up for. That's what they voted for. They voted for this. Don't you, Ray, you're a little behind the times, sir. You're a little behind the times. You got to get with the program. If this is the party that knows what's best for you and knows what's best for the country, this is, you just got, I'm just kidding, Ray. I mean, I'm being honest about that part of it. But as far as your part of it is concerned, you're not allowed to ask questions, Ray. That's the thing now. You don't want to get too carried away on my program because I might get shut down. I might have to get off the airways because of the horrible things that you're saying, Ray. I mean, how could you? No, it's not really true. But I know, Ray. But the idea of debate and discussion is gone. We don't get that anymore. We don't have it, and we've really never had it with liberals, had we? I mean, if you look at when's the last time you had a discussion, a sit down, grab a beverage and talk to a liberal and be able to debate policy and ideology and not have the answer be, you're a racist, homophobe, istophobic, whatever, blah, 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 the claims against you, and then that's how the conversation ends. It's not right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't happen.
It hasn't happened.
I know. All right, well, Ray, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. John's in Fort Myers. John wanted to weigh in. Hey, John.
I think a lot of this is a backlash against what a horrible law Title IX is. Why wouldn't you correct me if I'm wrong, there's language in Title IX stating something along the lines of equal amount of money has to be spent by high school and college on men's athletics and women's.
Yeah, well, there's money involved in this. You're spot on when you talk about some of what this is about. It is about, the regulations here are all about the money and how some colleges and some businesses in the future will be denied. States will be denied the finances from the federal government. They'll say, listen, if you don't abide by what we're talking about here, you won't get the money. Yeah, I think you're...
Don't you think that creates a problem in and of itself?
Well,
What's wrong with supply and demand? If more boys want to be involved in athletics than women, you're messing with supply and demand by saying, no, you got to spend an equal amount of money on men and women. And what do the boys do in that situation? Hey, I feel like a girl. It's a messed up, backwards logic, but I think the law created some level of stupidity that the boys are running with.
Well, thanks for the call, John. I appreciate it. I see what you did there. Running with, get it? Running sports. See what he did there? I like that. He added that in on it, too. Listen, one of the biggest problems with executive orders, with this particular conversation, executive orders means that Congress doesn't do a stinking thing. They just sit back and the president, doesn't matter who does it. I mean, what an executive order will do is just show you that you have a Congress that doesn't want to do their constitutional job, their responsibility. These are things that should be settled by legislation through debate, discourse. We should all be talking about it in a positive or a negative way, and then we should debate the issues and see what our elected officials come up with, and then the will of the people, and then we're able to do this. But unfortunately, we don't get that with executive orders. And then the other side of it is this is something that the left is going to do and Joe Biden is going to prove to you right now, which is you don't get a seat at the table. You don't get to ask questions. You don't get to debate. You don't get to do anything like that. You know, and the danger also is it's not just on a federal level. I got to take this back to the local and state level as well, everybody, because this is where a lot of this is to come into play. You know, we've got committees now in Tallahassee. Soon session will begin, and what will transpire in Tallahassee is going to be a major, major deal when it comes to your everyday life and business in this state. And how this state, in Tallahassee, is going to have to push back against what the federal government is trying to push on us, especially if it's unconstitutional. It is up to you representatives that are listening to me right now to figure out how you're going to craft some kind of legislation that is going to say no on a federal level. If the federal government is going to put something on this state that is clearly unconstitutional, we're not supporting it. We're not doing it. And we have the right to do it. Apparently. I mean, if California can do it when it comes to immigration in sanctuary cities in a sanctuary state and not going to follow federal laws when it comes to immigration, I think we have a good and a hearty right to not have to follow unconstitutional federal mandates. So do something about it. But then even at a local level, you know, the one thing we also have to remember, and let's get the music kicking in here, Jake, because we're going to do Drew's College right now. But the other thing, too, is how important on a local level that we keep an eye on what is happening with our tax dollars. We keep an eye on what our local politicians are doing. And I don't care about their party affiliation. I mean, I care about the no party affiliation races because Democrats hide behind that and won't tell you. Liberals hide behind it and won't tell you who they are or what they are. And that's where we have to dig a little harder. But I don't care about the political. I don't care if you have an R after your name. I want to know who you are and the Constitution and the rule of law and what we're going to do here in our area in Southwest Florida that's going to strengthen our liberties, our freedoms, and our rights. All right, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Let's do caller number, I don't know, pick a number, Jake. It's up to you, between 1 and 5. Give me one.
Number 2.
Number 2. I asked for 1 and 5, and he said 8. That kind of, it's Friday. All right. Number, just take the second caller. 239-479-5592. Let's play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic, here's Sabrina Katz.
The crash at mile marker 185, which is just near Ponce de Leon Boulevard, is slowing traffic for 3.5 miles now, and fog is completely covering the highway. Limited visibility, just not a place to be. If you're heading this way, stick to US 41. You can definitely avoid the headache. Also, Lehigh Acres, there's a crash at Lee Boulevard and Sunshine slowing traffic southbound as well as northbound on Sunshine Boulevard. And the crash at 23rd and Beth Stacy is slowing traffic west on 23rd. Now, if you're on the interstate in Lee County, Collier County, you're good to go right now. That's your Up to the Minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today and into the weekend, heads up, we are going to be starting with patchy areas of dense fog, 75 degrees for your Friday, 77 Saturday, and 80 degrees on Sunday with a mixture of sun and clouds. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Kennedy at 3 and Drive Home with Trey Radel at 5. Now, back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
Are you looking to build a boat dock, boat lift, or a seawall? Hello, I'm Jimmy Williamson of Williamson Brothers Marine Construction. My brother Joe and I, along with our children, represent the 4th generation of a tradition that began with my grandfather back in 1967. And it's a tradition of building something that you can be proud to put your name on. If you need a boat dock, boat lift, or seawall, call Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT. Our docks, boat lifts, and seawalls are constructed with materials that pass the test of time. We only use stainless steel fasteners, marine-grade aluminum boat lifts, and the strongest deck board in the industry, Wear Deck. It's the last deck board you'll ever need. And lastly, our seawalls. We build them with enough concrete and steel that they come with a lifetime warranty. If you need a boat dock, boat lift, or a seawall, call Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT. We're online at WBDocs.com. That's WBDocs.com.
Rockstar Harley needs used bikes and is giving NADA retail value when trading for a new Harley this week. No matter how much you owe on it, Rockstar Harley will trade anything. Bikes, cars, ATVs, RVs, and more. NADA retail value for your motorcycle. Good credit, bad credit, no credit. At Rockstar Harley, all credit applications considered. Rockstar Harley-Davidson is the #1 volume Harley dealer in Florida with rates such as 0.99% APR. Retail trade value ends this Sunday. Just based on conditioning and mileage. Trading equity may be applied to not finance, but not approved above average credit.
Bodega, Alpha and Omega. Siamese sailors sell celery sandwiches. Sawing about a serving platter.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
Did you want to try reading that line on the script there?
Oh, yeah, let's see. You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, that one?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just not warmed up yet. Shouldn't be long. Detector test.
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive today.
The marmot mangled my mushy pork pancake.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Without more licensed workers, Gary's roofing business might hit its ceiling.
Hey, that new contract just got pushed up. We are gonna need all hands on deck to make this happen.
Hey, Gary, you booked me on that other job next week.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach. Did you know that you can understand the entire plan of the Constitution by reading just one sentence, the 10th Amendment, which Thomas Jefferson called the foundation of the U.S. Constitution? The 10th Amendment, in that one sentence, perfectly encapsulates the idea of a government of limited powers and states' rights. It says that all powers not delegated to the federal government are reserved to the states. There are two words that appear 5 times in the first 10 amendments, which we know today as the Bill of Rights. Those two words are the people. But it's the closing line of that last sentence of the last amendment, the 10th, that affirms that the ultimate authority in this country rests with we the people. And the best way to push back against federal overreach is with a strong state legislature. As Washington continues to fail us, we need to look back to our founding principles of strong governments from strong state legislatures. This is Spencer Roach, 10th Amendment Conservative. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned. Stay engaged. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach. P.O. Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida, 33918.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Dick. Dick is in Naples. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm awesome. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD or associate's degree question, sir. Starts right now. Hey, Dick, do you remember John McCain ran for president of the United States? Do you remember what year that was?
That would be 2012?
2008. 2008 was when he ran for president. All right, so let me ask you this for your associate's degree question. Who ran in 2012 on the GOP side for president? And who was the nominee of the party?
That would have been the Mormon.
Geo, that's my son's name.
Romney.
Jake, yes, Romney, yes. The Mormon.
Well,
yeah, no, well, he is. I understand. Okay, that was an interesting way of putting it. All right, moving on.
Thing.
Yeah, he's a senator. Okay, yeah, you could have said Mitts. Mitts is fun. Mitts Romney. All right, anyway, let's see. All right, so there you go. You got associates. Let's see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Boy, where have we gone? Can you name 2 rights or freedoms from the First Amendment? Go ahead. Give me 2 of them.
Freedom of speech and freedom of assembly.
There you go. All right, that's 2. So you got a bachelor's degree. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this very question. All right, I don't want to do that one. I'll do this one. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? What do we call that?
Balance of power.
Yeah. Okay. Checks and balances. Can we accept that? Okay. Yeah. Jake said yes, and Jake's very generous, and so are you for playing. Congratulations, Dick. You got yourself a degree of some kind. Kind of lost track of what it was, but for the whole Mormon thing. I don't know either. But hey, listen, you had some help in the background, and that was very nice. I think. Who was in the background with you?
My wife.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, to both of you. She's laughing. Okay. Laughing at the situation? Is she laughing at you? Do we need to talk? Do we have to have a talk? Okay.
The fact that I even dialed the phone.
Oh, well, listen. We love you for doing it. Dick, thanks so much in Naples for playing Drew's College. We do appreciate it. We do it each and every day at 7:50. Join us. Have some fun.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
In Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan has been authorized to continue offering the full original MSRP for your trade-in. The factory warned us to end the offer, but after record-breaking sales in 2020, we've been approved to continue running it. If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, regardless of where you purchased it from, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Hundreds of new Nissan models to choose from. All backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite and get full details at naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be
There's
combined.
more on his COVID to-do list. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
When I will move heaven and earth to get more people vaccinated for free.
President Biden ramping that up as part of his goal to get shots to 100 million people in his first 100 days. Saying this to a reporter who asked, aren't we pretty much at that pace already now?
When I announced it, you all said it's not possible. Come on, give me a break, man.
Now, the president issued 10 executive orders related to COVID yesterday. 2 more today will give food assistance to more Americans and more aid to the unemployed. And he'll restore union bargaining rights to some federal workers and clear the way for a $15 minimum wage to them and federal contractors. There was drama at the Capitol last night. Thousands of National Guard troops were ushered out. You may have seen pictures of thousands of them huddled in a parking garage. That angered some lawmakers.
Democrat Senator from Connecticut, Chris Murphy, tweeting this. Unacceptable. Numerous senators working to fix this as we speak. I just got off the phone with the acting Capitol Police Chief who insists there was no general request for the Guard to vacate the building. But whatever happened, they're working to fix the problem now. Well, the problem has been fixed. Troops at this hour have been let back into the Capitol.
Fox's Griff Jenkins with the inauguration over, though some troops have already been ordered to return home. In Japan, they're still planning to go for the gold in the COVID-delayed Summer Olympics. Fox's Simon Owen has a live update.
Dave, 6 months before the Tokyo Olympics are due to begin, Japan's Prime Minister insists they are going ahead. Yoshihide Suga told Parliament the Games will be a symbol of humanity overcoming the coronavirus. A British newspaper reports Suga's government has privately decided the Games are off with the pandemic still growing, but Japan's organising committee calls that report preposterous. Dave?
And Simon, the number of COVID deaths in the U.S., nearly 4,000 again yesterday. America's listening to Fox News.
With the new president, 92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at mile marker 185, which is just near Ponce de Leon Boulevard, is slowing traffic for 3.5 miles now, and fog is completely covering the highway. Limited visibility, just not a place to be. If you're heading this way, stick to US 41. You can definitely avoid the headache. Also, Lehigh Acres, there's a crash at Lee Boulevard, and Sunshine slowing traffic southbound as well as northbound on Sunshine Boulevard. And the crash at 23rd and Beth Stacy is slowing traffic west on 23rd. Now, if you're on the interstate in Lee County, Collier County, you are good to go right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy morning fog for your Friday, eventually sunshine and clouds mixing in with temperatures topping out into the mid-70s. Now, heads up for the weekend. We will be starting both days with areas of dense fog, then gradually the sun peeks through, some clouds mix in. All things considered, pretty quiet with most areas dry. 77 on Saturday, 80 by Sunday, and a warming trend with more 80s as we start next week until a cold front brings in a chance of rain by Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
I won't give up the ship.
Talking about what matters.
This country is too great to throw over to communism. I love it.
92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest-growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part, the price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Tune in on Sunday mornings, Fox News 92.5, Dr. Amy Robbins, and Maximize Living Radio. I'm going to be going over topics like leaky gut, weight loss resistance, how to fix your chronic aches and pains, how to deal with all of those things in a natural way, how to sleep better. So there's a different topic every single week that we're going to be covering. Tune in and get the help that you need.
Today, your energy is not just the most reliable or the cleanest, but also the most affordable. At FPL, we work each day to drive efficiency up and costs down to help keep your bills among the lowest in the nation, lower than many states, including New York, Michigan, and California. That's America's best energy value working for you. See how our bill compares. Go to fpl.com/value.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Hey, how are you? Good to see you here. 239-479-5592. That's the talk and text line. And if you're saying, well, what do you mean? How do you see me? How do I see you? How do I know you're looking at me? Well, I know you're looking because you went to drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. DREWSTEELE.com. And right there on your smartphone, on your mobile device, on your computer, wherever you are, like an app, you can watch this program, drewsteele.com. You can go there. You can always go to Facebook, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. Still there for the time being, and YouTube as well. Just search for Drew Steele Radio. All there, all places where you can watch, and we do appreciate you looking. The media, I don't want to say the media is a bunch of tools, because that's not really nice. When you call somebody a tool, that's pretty rude, right? Isn't that a rude thing? I don't even know if that's still a thing. Jake, is that still a thing? If I said, hey, your buddy's a tool, that's probably a bad thing, right? I shouldn't say things like that. In this new era of fresh air and harmony and unity, shouldn't we be breathing in the air of kindness and all of that, right? I know it does seem like the sun is shinier, the air is fresher, the media are, well, they're just the same. Nothing's changed. How do we know that nothing's changed? You know, the Fauci's back. Dr. Fauci, remember Dr. Fauci, who clearly has something against the former president of the United States. He doesn't like the fact that in any way, shape, or form he would have been questioned about some of the things that he believes, the policies that he is cemented in concrete. Masking, for example. Everybody knows that masking is the number one priority, the number one thing. 100 days of masking, we got to mask up. Of course, if you're Joe Biden and you're at the Lincoln Memorial with your family, being a federal building, and you just signed off on a mask mandate that if you're at a federal building, you have to mask up. Clearly, you don't have to mask up. There's a story there and a little fun that we're going to have as well with the media and the White House press corps. Good stuff. But, it was the Fauci that was saying that, all kinds of things, from we got to mask up forever to masks don't work. We don't need to wear masks, right? How many times have we heard all this back and forth? But the Fauci is the expert, so you can't really question. And we come to find out yesterday that the media either loves you or hates you based on what time is it? No, I'm not kidding. That's how quickly things change. For example. So, yesterday, the media, Nancy Pelosi, liberals, Democrats, socialists, all the same, all in the same bucket. They all spent the morning before the Fauci was going to talk about how happy he is to be working with this administration, how the vaccines are coming and all of these things we're going to be able to do. Oh, no, wait, that's not exactly what he said. See, the media spent all morning, MSNBC.
Dr. Fauci expressed some optimism about the fact that there is now going to be a national strategy. We spent so much time talking to former President Trump and the Trump administration about where the strategy was. What you're seeing now is this acknowledgement. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, there was no strategy. There was no strategy at all. We had no strategy. There was nothing.
By Zients and other top officials here who are saying, look, the Trump administration did not leave us with any working plan to roll out this vaccine.
There was no plan. The vaccines that are being rolled out right now, the vaccines that are out there, the people that have been you haven't been injected and you haven't even had the vaccines yet. There's no rollout plan. There's no way you can give it to you. We can't even figure out how in the world we're going to get this to you.
Yes, we are starting from scratch.
Starting from scratch. We're starting from scratch, from square one, scratch. We don't have a clue what we're doing. All the vaccines that have been out and the millions that have been vaccinated up to this point. That's not true. That's a lie. You haven't been vaccinated. There haven't been any vaccines. Nothing like that. There's no strategy. We have to start from scratch. I think it was even Nancy Pelosi. Didn't Nancy Pelosi say that yesterday when asked about it too? I got to find this audio because if I'm not mistaken, Nancy Pelosi made the same claim. No distribution, no plan, no strategy, right?
We learned this morning that the Trump administration had no real plan for the production and distribution of the vaccine.
No plan. We found out this morning. Can you believe it? There's no plan for distribution or anything. All those vaccines, the ones that you've been taking? No. We need Joe Biden to come in and we got to have, 100 million vaccines in 100 days. He's going to put this plan forward. From scratch, we have to work. Until you find out that Dr. Fauci, the Fauci, is asked about this right after the media, MSNBC, and Nancy Pelosi, no plan, no distribution, starting from scratch. So a very intrepid reporter, somebody who wants to get to the facts, decided to ask what was going to be a meatball. A giant, juicy meatball with sauce, not gravy, because gravy is not a thing. Gravy is what you put on turkey and stuff like that. Sauce is what you put on spaghetti and meatballs. I don't know why anybody would say gravy. Gravy is a thing that you do for meat. Sauce is a thing you do for pasta. Anyway, this beautiful... What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just going to stay out of it.
This meatball covered in sauce that is tossed up to the... That's tossed to the Fauci. Here you go. This is easy. Here's the meatball.
Okay, and if I could just ask you about the effort to distribute the vaccines, because of course that's what most people want to know. When are they going to get a vaccine? Is the Biden administration starting from scratch with the vaccine distribution effort, or are you picking up where the Trump administration left off?
No, I mean...
Yeah, okay, so are we picking up where the Trump administration left off? Are we starting from scratch? I mean, this is a meatball. We already know. MSNBC just told us earlier in the day we're starting from scratch. That's what we're doing. It's all brand new. Everything's starting from scratch. I mean, there's nothing... Nancy Pelosi, we got no distribution. We just found out this morning. We have to start from scratch. There's no plan, and the Fauci says...
we certainly are not starting from scratch because there is activity going on in the distribution.
So he hits 2 and 1. Yeah, there's distribution. It's out there. Clearly, y'all are getting vaccinated. I said y'all. We're not starting from scratch. Oh, man, I got to tell you, that does not make people happy in the media. Oh, no. You're not allowed to say that. What else did he say?
But if you look at the plan that the president has put forth about the things that he is going to do, namely get community vaccine centers up.
What's a community vaccine center? I don't know. Sounds good.
Get pharmacies more involved.
You mean like what we do in the state of Florida with places like, CVS is a pharmacy. Aren't they doing something? Publix is a location. I mean, they have a pharmacy. Everybody knows about the pharmacy. And like Publix getting involved in the distribution. Okay.
Where appropriate, get the Defense Production Act involved, not only perhaps with getting more vaccine, but even the things you need to get a good vaccine program.
Like what?
For example, needles and syringes.
How's everybody been taking the vaccine? Unless it's with needles and syringes. What is there like a shot? Do you go to a bar and do is a vaccine like a shot, not like a shot in the arm, but like a shot at the bar, like a good Buffalo Trace. For those that anyway. That's Mike Opelka's favorite drink. That's the only reason why I bring it up. I don't know anything about it, but he'll be on at 8:35. That's... So there you go. The Fauci kind of shooting down the media's narrative of this guy has no idea. The former president of the United States had no idea. Oh, but this is the best part. The media comes through, everybody. Woo! They come right through. Here's what they do. The Fauci made a mistake. No, you didn't hear us clear enough. There was no strategy, and we have to start from scratch. The former president of the United States is a bad guy. I know he's gone. We'll still keep talking about him because it brings in ratings and is an impeachment process, even though it's probably unconstitutional. Oh, it is. But we'll keep doing it and moving it forward because we just can't get enough of him. There's like this weird kind of creepy love affair thing going on. But anyway, no, you didn't get us. Let me give you another shot as you wake up this morning, CNN. Look, let's get this straight. Here's CNN this morning. And the plan, and the fact that the former president was a mess, right? It was awful to be part of it, right?
So the White House released its new coronavirus strategy yesterday, and they came out with this 21-page summary of it. And the number one goal...
I could guess, right? I'm pretty sure what the number one goal is. Okay, what is it?
Of the new Biden White House in terms of battling the pandemic is to restore trust with the American people.
Oh, that's funny. I made a mistake. My thinking was the number one goal would have been to vaccinate as many people as quickly as we possibly can, to get them vaccinated so we can get to some sense of normalcy. So the government policies that have been put in place all this time that have been destroying economy and lives and literally destroying lives, jobs and the like, that we can make that go away and we can get back to some normalcy. I thought that's what it was. No, it's not apparently.
Why is it necessary to say that?
Yeah. Now, the reason why it's necessary to say that is because when the former president of the United States was doing Operation Warp Speed and an amazing job of bringing the private sector in to make sure that we can get this vaccine up as quickly as possible because the times demanded it. And then there were individuals like Democrats who were claiming that they didn't want to take it. I think Kamala Harris and I think others who were just saying, I'm not taking this vaccine. Are you kidding me? Donald Trump's got his name on it. I'm not taking this, right? Okay, anyway.
Well, I think that was really good making that number one, because what we've had, John, there's no secret. We've had a lot of divisiveness. We've had facts that were very, very clear, that were questioned. People were not trusting what health officials were saying.
There you go. All right, he's back. Everything's fine. All is forgiven. See, because he got a second shot. He got a second bite at the apple there this morning. And there's the Fauci on CNN who was saying, listen, it's no secret. A lot of divisiveness with that last administration. Facts that were very, very clear, that were questioned. People were not trusting what health officials were saying. I'm not sure why people wouldn't trust what health officials were saying. Was it because at the very beginning, Fauci was saying we don't need masks, don't wear a mask, then you got to wear a mask, don't wear a mask, wear a mask. What do? Do we wear a mask or not? Now we got a mask mandate. I guess we got to wear a mask. Well, where's the proof that mask mandates work? Well, there's no proof, but you got to wear a mask. Okay, I don't know. There's that. There's the whole, dare I say the cuss word. Should I beat myself before I say this cuss word? Jake, just have your finger on the button, okay? Hydroxychloroquine. I know I said it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It just beat me out. I'm sorry I said it. I know the whole issue of hydroxychloroquine and the fact that the president was making a mention of that early on, and there were some people that said, hey, there's something to show that there's some there. And then we come to find out that, the scientists, Fauci and others were saying, no, you can't do hydroxychloroquine. That's a horrible thing to even mention until we realize that as of December 18th, even the American Medical Association was like, yeah, we kind of feel like, actually we discovered, there were some studies, thousands of studies that were done. And yeah, it actually shows that it does help when it comes to COVID. And now we can admit that because why now? No, really, that actually happened. Have there been plenty of studies on the use of? But look, when you hate somebody so much, you're not allowed to go there. I know, and I just did. What an awful thing I just did. Sorry. All right, what was Trevor wanted to say something in Fort Myers? What did Trevor want to say? Hey, Trevor.
Hey, Drew.
Hi.
I just wanted to say that it's interesting. I got my first shot in December. My second shot was before the inauguration, but there's no distribution going on. So
no, it's so
curious.
Well, look, there and to your point exactly. They're making it seem as if there was no plan, no strategy, starting from scratch, and just by what we've been able to witness as human beings breathing on this planet, we know it's a flat out lie because we know that people have been getting it. It's a lie.
Well, Drew, here's the thing. They know it's going to be successful, but they don't want Trump to get any credit for it. So they're setting it up like, well, there was no strategy, and we're going to start the strategy now. So, in a few months when it's successful, it's all Biden.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk, and thanks for the call, Trevor. I appreciate it. And look, I'm gonna. Can I go down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole? Why not? Because that's what we. I mean, listen, if you're a conservative talk show host, and no matter where you are and what station you're at, and what platform you're doing it on, then you're already a conspiracy theorist and a troublemaker. And so I could go there. Hey, I was looking at the story on Zero Hedge, and I want to see if I can find it because. There are ways to make it so that a brand new incoming administration that is not the former administration that so many on the left despised and did everything that they could to destroy, continue to do things that they could do to destroy, and are so happy now that it's a fresh new day and there's the comeback. It is fascinating that there was this story, and here it is, right on cue for Biden, WHO. The WHO we're back spending money on. The WHO admits high-cycle PCR tests. The PCR test that we all take to find out whether or not we're COVID positive or not. Yeah, they produce COVID false positives. The WHO. Oops. So what they're saying is that the cycle thresholds, the level at which the PCR test can detect a sample of COVID-19 virus, the higher the cycles, the lower the amount of viral load, the lower the cycles, the more prevalent the virus is in. Yeah, there's a lot of false positives in, so we're going to have to lower down some of those numbers because we got to get rid of the false positives and change everything around. And what that's going to do is going to start to see and could possibly see the steady decline in some of the numbers that we've been seeing because of all the false positives just in time. Hey, look, that's not my story. Zero Hedge has it, and it was Just the News reported it. Talked about the collection of data, talked about how the WHO is on board with this as well and lowering down. And some states are already, I think Kansas was one state that's going to start to lower down their PCR numbers. The threshold, the PCR, the threshold numbers in order to get rid of, quote unquote, some of the false positives that are out there that the WHO is now admitting. Yeah, it's a lot of false positives. Of course, it'll be nice to get rid of it now. Check your date. Check your calendar. Just saying. It's not my words. It's out there. I know it's conspiracy. How dare you even suggest it? Do you know how many? I know that the emotional part of this is still there. Again, don't do it. If you're on the left, if you're Democrats right now, and even if you're some Republicans, some conservatives, don't do it. Don't mistake what I'm saying as insensitivity. Don't think that I don't have sensitivity when it comes to the people that have had it, that have suffered from it. People have died from it. Don't mistake this for insensitivity. All I'm saying is that there's another side of the discussion we have to have, but we're not allowed to have it because, it's conspiracy and the like. What else do we have? Oh, I had to play this. I'm sorry, Jake. I got to play this before we go to break. And it's this. We had our first "Come on, man" from Joe Biden. Isn't that exciting? Come on, man. Joe Biden, who yesterday, while he was signing off on 872 different executive orders and who knows what progressively is coming our way, he made the comment in the statement during this whole process where he said,
Vice President Harris and I and our entire administration will always be honest and transparent with you about both the good news and the bad. We will level with you.
Oh, good.
When we make a mistake.
Okay.
We'll straight up say what happened.
Okay, so they're going to straight up say what happened if there was a mistake, and what else is there? They're going to be honest.
We will level with you.
Yeah, they're going to be transparent. Right after he said that, as he's signing off on these executive orders, and somebody approached and asked the question, hey, listen, you're talking about, what is it, how many, 100 million vaccines in 100 days, and that's kind of still where we are right now and how things have been working. It's no different than the policy that the former president has had in place.
Mr. President, you set the goal at 100 million vaccines. Thank you, guys. Is that high enough? Shouldn't you set the bar higher? That's basically where the U.S. is right now.
Yeah, it's where the U.S. is right now. It's no different than where we've been. So what is so exciting about this this talk? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You set a goal at 100 million vaccines. Is that high enough? Should you set the bar higher? I mean, that's basically where we are right now. And what's Joe Biden's answer? Transparency?
When I announced it, you all said it's not possible. Come on, give me a break, man.
Come on, you guys.
That's a good start. 100 million. Thank you.
Let's go, Chris. Let's go. Come on, you guys.
Bye. Yeah, the person that's yelling in the background, that's not a reporter like they did against Trump yelling at him, Jake. No. That was his handler there who was trying to scoot the press out as the President Biden is walking away. Transparency, baby. Right after he says that, it's like, come on, man. Because that's what Joe does.
Not a joke.
Not a joke. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right? All along.
Glenn Beck at 9 and Rush at noon. Right now, it's Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Rush all along.
New Year's resolutions. We all make them. We all break them. That's why your small business needs more than resolutions. It needs solutions. And you can get them with Comcast Business. Whether you want to work more efficiently with fast, reliable internet and advanced Wi-Fi, make your business safer with powerful cybersecurity solutions, or stay productive with 24/7 support, we've got the solutions you need for your business to get there. So make this year's resolution better solutions. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with an amazing offer from Comcast Business to kick off 2021. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 2/7/21. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required.
Why wait for so-called one-time refund relief from big insurance companies when you can get the best prices and coverages all day, every day, all year round from Chapman Insurance Group. Hi, this is Brian Chapman, and my team is committed to finding you the most efficient coverage at the best rates. Give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. I'm confident we can save you money for the same or better coverage. Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
Not 10, not 5, or even 2.9%. Southwest Florida. In 2021, Sutherland is doing something never done before. 0% APR financing on used cars. During the exclusive 0% event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Get unprecedented 0% APR financing on used cars. Save thousands in finance charges and pay the bank no interest for your car. Shop Southwest Florida's largest used car dealer with the biggest selection of certified pre-owned Nissans, Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. Now, get 0% APR financing. Even get 0% APR financing for up to 84 months on new Nissans, like the Titan truck. Yes, 0% on new, too. Don't miss the 0% event with never offered 0% APR financing at your used car megastore. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and the all-new Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral right now. Shop online at NissanSales.com or CapeCoralNissan.com. If it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Lace up those running shoes, Southwest Florida. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention is January 30th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Visit runsignup.com and search Busey Bank to enter. Long sleeve dry fit shirt included with $25 registration fee. Go to runsignup.com and search Busey Bank. Proceeds support Drug House Odyssey and local SAD clubs. The Busey Bank Family Run for Prevention, January 30th at JC Park in Cape Coral. Sponsored by Busey Bank, Alufab USA, Lee Health, and Lee County Sheriff's Department.
When was the last time you ate at Spanky's Speakeasy in Naples? Hi, I'm Emily Monty, owner of Spanky's. We have been a Naples landmark for over 35 years, but my husband Ted and I have brought Spanky's back bigger and better than ever. Along with lunch and dinner, we now serve Naples' best breakfast served 7 to 10:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Dine inside amongst thousands of vintage antiques and memorabilia, or outside on our open-air waterfront patio. At Spanky's, we are known for serving Naples' best prime rib and fresh seafood, along with an array of American cuisine. Don't forget to stop by our full-service bar to enjoy your favorite speakeasy cocktail and daily happy hour. Spanky's is now open 7 days a week. Sundays, we feature live jazz entertainment on our patio for your enjoyment. While providing a friendly atmosphere, Spanky's is known for our southern charm. But more than ever, your safety and comfort is our #1 priority. Visit Spanky's today on Airport Pulling Road, just south of Golden Gate Parkway, Naples.
Times are certainly uncertain. In fact, the return of food shortages is likely. Don't take chances. Make the decision to acquire a dependable supply of long-lasting emergency food. Food that lasts for up to 25 years in storage, ready the moment you need it. There's an old saying, failing to plan means planning to fail. Don't wait for the next crisis. Have a 3-month, 6-month, or even 1-year supply of food on hand. It's easy and affordable. We're My Patriot Supply, America's leader in emergency preparedness. We've served millions of folks like you for over a decade, and our mission is your survival. Our meals are delicious and provide you with 2,000 calories a day. And our kits arrive quickly and discreetly at your doorstep. Visit MyPatriotSupply.com and feast your eyes on the food that could save your life someday. That's MyPatriotSupply.com. Take the pressure off yourself. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com and face the future without regrets.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News traffic.
Unfortunately, traffic is still very congested on the highway from the crash at mile marker 185 at a creep and crawl heading between Ponce de Leon Boulevard towards North River Road. With fog combined to this, you don't want to be stuck in that. Go ahead and stick to US 41. It's still up to speed. Much faster option. There's a crash in Cape Coral at Santa Barbara Boulevard and Pine Island, slowing traffic eastbound on Pine Island. 2 crashes in Lehigh. The crash at Lee Boulevard and Sunshine is still causing a slowdown on Sunshine heading north and southbound. And there's a crash at 23rd and Beth Stacy with delays heading west on 23rd. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After some patchy morning fog for your Friday, eventually sunshine and clouds mixing in with temperatures topping out into the mid-70s. Now, heads up for the weekend. We will be starting both days with areas of dense fog, then gradually the sun peeks through, some clouds mix in. All things considered, pretty quiet with most areas dry. 77 on Saturday, 80 by Sunday, and a warming trend with more 80s as we start next week until a cold front brings in a chance of rain by Thursday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Do you feel like you're the forgotten person in this great country, working hard all your life and contributing to this country's greatness, but taken for granted by our politicians' quest for voters? Using their slogan, more taxes will set you free. At Stevie's, you are not forgotten. We love our customers and never want them to feel forgotten. We deliver the value you deserve with our food, service, and pricing. Making our customers feel special is our happiness. As the owner of Stevie Tomatoes, we cater to the forgotten person. Those of you who go about every day doing what it takes for them and their family while contributing to this country's greatness, its culture and values. I personally invite you to allow us to be a small part of what makes you feel special, and we promise to obtain your complete satisfaction. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Rockstar Harley will pay your sales tax promotion on any pre-owned Harley this week only.
Yeah. Rockstar Harley doesn't intend on paying or avoiding your sales tax.
Sales tax is the amount of your discount on any pre-owned Harley. Rockstar Harley is Florida's #1 volume Harley dealer with over 500 Harleys on site. You don't need perfect credit, don't need a cash down payment, and 100% of all credit applications considered. Every pre-owned Harley discounted by your sales tax at Rockstar Harley now through Sunday.
What's that switch in your kitchen do?
Nothing. Flick it on, off, nothing happens.
Weird.
Now, if it would turn on the overhead fan, that would be cool. Can't get that to work either.
Frustrating.
You know, this is what's wrong with humanity. We think we got it all figured out, but we don't even know what the switch is supposed to do.
Dave.
Think we can build a spaceship that takes us to Mars when we can't even get a switch to work?
Hey, Dave.
I swear, we're never gonna leave this solar system. We'll be stuck on this planet forever until we all go extinct.
Dave, what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Well, I make a call, someone comes and connects that switch to something, like maybe that overhead fan.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 electricians and 4 trucks right now waiting for your call. They'd have that switch looked after in no time.
Well, I feel a bit silly now.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
So maybe
we can go to Mars.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the ranking.
Hey, real fast, while we're getting ready to come back on the air in just a second and do the 5 at 8:35, would you do me a favor, everybody who's watching right now, if you are on drewsteele.com on the website and watching from there, if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, wherever you are at Drew Steele Radio, don't forget Steele has 3 E's. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you let me know you're watching right now? Especially if you're watching at drewsteele.com. Let me know if you're watching from the website. So I just wanted to see who's here right now. Just a quick go through, and so I could say hi and just see that you are here and watching just in the comments or reactions, whether you're at Facebook, whether you're at YouTube. Yeah, it's hard to do it if you're mobile on drewsteele.com. But just quickly, just want to see. Okay, Known Big and Tortilleria is here. All right, so we got Jane Catterson is here. Native American is here. Lois Schaefer is here watching on Facebook. Captain Doug is here, and Chris Osborne is here, and Denise Andrews is here watching on Facebook. Oh, by the way, we can see you. Okay, wait, hold on a second. There you go, watching on Facebook. Chris Osborne is watching on YouTube. Wait, there it is, YouTube. All right, and Gunter Hedler is on YouTube. Appreciate that. Jeffrey Bozik's here on Facebook. Donna Connolly is here. Good to see you. Here. Let's see. Zenaida is here in Clewiston. Good to see you. James Witt is here. Jude, we love you back. Thanks, Jude. Appreciate that so much. Pam's good morning there. And the Geek Publican. Well, that's an interesting name, Geek Publican. Amber Davis, or Daves, is here as well. We appreciate you watching. All right, Ken's watching the first time on the web. Cool. All right, well, we appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who's watching. Glad to see you here. And we got to get back to the radio. Okay, stand by.
Common areas and high-touch surfaces. We remain committed and dedicated, the safe bet to keep you safe and sound. We're ready when you are for some good, clean fun.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hannity at 3 and drive home with Trey Radel at 5. Now, back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We're going to get to Mike Opelka, who's going to join us in just a second. Also, don't forget, streaming live. If you want to watch on your smart device, on your phone, on your computer, you can go to drewsteele.com. You can go to the website right there, easy for you to stream and take us with you. Also, still on YouTube and Facebook at Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's. I got to get those shirts printed up. They just have 3-letter E's. It'll be like our own thing. And then we'll just we'll just give them out. I think that would be fun. Let's do it. All right, time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's a 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
I believe when Senator Scott raised a similar question, your response was you'd consider anything on the table. All options should be on the table. Is that right?
Yes, I think there's a recognition that we don't have adequate national resources going into roads and highways, and that we need to look at any responsible, viable revenue mechanism we can all agree on to do something about that.
Yeah, your taxes are going up. That's all. It's Pete Buttigieg. You know, the...
Buttigieg!
Yeah. The former Democrat presidential candidate defending his decision, or the decision, to halt the Keystone XL pipeline, and there on Capitol Hill as he could become the next transportation secretary, just letting Mike Lee and everybody know that, yeah, your taxes are going up because we don't have the revenue, we don't have the money, so we got to get it someplace. Yay.
Number 4.
We learned this morning that the Trump administration had no real plan for the production and distribution of the vaccine.
We certainly are not starting from scratch because there is activity going on in the distribution.
You know that time Nancy Pelosi starts off a presser by saying, yeah, you know, the former administration, you know, the evil, wicked, you know, blah, 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 and no plan for vaccines distribution or anything like that. And then the Fauci does his presser and it's like, yeah, you know, we're not starting from scratch. I mean, there's a plan in place. I mean, there are people that actually have had the vaccine, and there's a bunch of them out there. It doesn't come through the ether, that kind of thing.
Number 3.
There's an excellent way to remember the 2021 inauguration. No, it's not a photo of Biden giving his address or Lady Gaga performing the national anthem. Introducing, from the same folks that brought you all those commemorative plates, it's the Bernie Sanders sitting by himself wearing a giant coat and mittens statue. Put him on your deck, next to your gas grill, or on your front porch in a rocking chair, or even riding shotgun in your car so you can drive in the carpool lane. Now you can keep the memory of the 2021 inauguration alive for years to come. The Bernie Sanders sitting by himself wearing a giant coat and mittens statue. Get yours today.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
Sorry, I just needed a laugh this morning.
Number 2.
Mr. President, you set the goal at 100 million vaccines. Thank you, guys. Is that high enough? Shouldn't you set the bar higher? That's basically where the U.S. is right now.
When I announced it, you all said it's not possible. Come on, give me a break, man.
Come on, you guys.
That's a good start. 100 million. Thank you.
Hey, we got our first. Come on, man. There it is. You know, you set a goal at 100 million vaccines. Is that high enough? I mean, you should be setting the bar higher. I mean, that's where we are right now. Right? That's where the U.S. is. And when I announced it, you said it's not possible. Come on, man. Give me a break. It's a good start. There's the president of the United States. That guy.
Number 1.
Why weren't President Biden and all members of the Biden family masked at all times on federal lands last night if he signed an executive order that mandates masks on federal lands at all times?
At the inaugural...
At the Lincoln Memorial, yes.
I think, Steve, he was celebrating an evening of a historic day.
Okay. When Peter Doocy from Fox News was asking Jen Psaki yesterday, hey, listen, saying this executive order, 100 days, or you got to mask up. Everybody's got to do it. Federal buildings. I mean, this is it. I just signed an executive order. Everybody's got to mask up. And then he and his family didn't at the Lincoln Memorial. Jen Psaki he was celebrating. It was a historic day. Mike Opelka. See,
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
I get it. Here's what we do, Mike Opelka. It's simple. All we have to do is stand and be in a federal place and to be able to say, Mike Opelka's not there. Wait a minute. I thought he was there. Hold on a second. Tell him, no, we sent him a link. Hold on a second. Oh, no. I thought he was there. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, let's see. See if he comes back. Anyway, like I said, there's the answer. It's very simple. All you got to do is you just say, I'm celebrating a historic day, whatever it is. I got a goldfish. My son's tooth fell out. I don't know. What's your historic day? Just make it. And there you go. Okay. Is he on the phone? Is that where he is right now? He said, Mike says he's there, but he's not there. Got the wrong link. Oh, well. 239-479-5592. Hey, if you want to try to send him another link, see if you can redo it again, or call. That's a shame. I thought he was going to be with us. Jake is like, what? He's not there. All right, we gotta keep moving on. So you've got celebration. That's all you need to do. Is that him on the phone? Check the phone and make sure. That might be him as well. That's probably him. Okay. Make it about a celebration. He's on 2? Okay. I don't know what happened. Apparently, you got the wrong link.
How could I get the wrong link? How's this my problem? You are so ready for government. I'm just saying. Apparently, you got the wrong link. Never mind. Someone sent me the link. I followed the link. I'm in the link right now.
I don't know what's happening. It's Jake is looking and he's pointing and he's saying, I don't understand why there's no audio and you're not there, but whatever. Anyway, here's the point. You're here now. Let's forget about the technical issues and let's get right into the beauty and majesty that is you. So what about that? So you got Jen Psaki telling everybody, listen, it was Joe Biden was celebrating Mike Opelka. It was a celebration. And so, when you're celebrating on a historic day, you don't have to wear a mask in a federal building or anything like that. So we have an excuse now.
Every day is a celebration in my world. I just want this to be known right now. Every day is a celebration. It's like my mother used to say, God rest her soul. Every day is a gift. That's why we call it the present. So I'm celebrating.
Okay. And it's all about Joe Biden. And that's what we're celebrating. Hey, what's your take on the Fauci? Back at it again. I thought we were supposed to hate the Fauci because he was part of President Trump's whole team there, the coronavirus team. Are we supposed to love him, hate him? What are we supposed to do here?
The Fauci is very interesting to me. The Fauci story, as it broke yesterday, Fauci, we weren't supposed to believe him because he was part of the Trump team. Now he's part of the Biden team, so we're supposed to believe him. When he told us not to wear masks, we were supposed to believe him. Then he said, no, you got to wear a mask. It's just Fauci being Fauci. I just think Fauci, if we look it up, somewhere in Italian, Fauci's got to mean flip-flop.
Maybe it does. Maybe there's a brand of flip-flops called Fauci. We just haven't checked.
Yeah.
That's about where it needs to be, on our feet. I don't know what that meant. Anyway, I digress. I am concerned that, as we are trying to, and as they look, they spent all this time vilifying a vaccine that came from President Trump because it was his administration and he was the one touting it. Now they're supposed to figure out a way to recover and come back from all of this. And then you're handing it to Fauci, who you're saying is saying, the media is saying we're starting from scratch. And then he says, no, we're not starting from scratch. And so then they have to go back on that. And then they got to figure it's like you're having a problem trying to figure out where, I guess when you tell so many lies and distortions, sometimes it comes back on you and then you have to spin out of the spin. But at the detriment of the American people, that's really what the concern is here.
Well, yeah, the detriment of the American people. I hope you dished out the same kind of shots at Amazon for waiting until it was President Biden to offer all their warehouses. And now the Fauci thing here, though, there's so much here that is fair game for us to go after. Can we first make sure that we award CNN the Fake News of 2021 award for calling it the story yesterday saying that the Biden administration had to start from scratch, and then Fauci comes right out and goes, no, we're not starting from scratch.
Right.
That's not what happened. So fake news is still there.
Yep.
CNN, and even Fredo Cuomo went after his own network. Even it was so egregious a violation of the trust and the reason why journalism is such a low point in this country right now in the mainstream media is just not trusted, that even Fredo could figure out that it was Bravo Sierra.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Mike Opelka, a couple of other things, some of the executive orders that we heard about. And now maybe you have a child, a daughter who's on scholarship at a college, and she's excited because she's on the track team. And on that scholarship, she's ready to compete. And now she's worried about who she's going to be competing against after this executive order is signed off on. And many people are concerned about where we go next with some of these executive orders, and that one in particular. Maybe we can talk about the executive order about transgender athletes competing. I mean, that's going to harm a lot of individuals who were looking forward to competing in colleges and scholarships and even more than that. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, gender is such an ancient construct, isn't it? I just can't believe you're even going back there.
I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't be doing that.
That's right. But Pelosi and the 117th Congress ruled out the use of gender. We can't use those terms. Right. So how dare you, sir? Right. How dare you? I'm worried about that, yes, but I'm also worried about another, I guess, problem with the executive orders that the president has signed. Not only is he going to make life tough for real women, biological women who want to compete for scholarships and Olympic medals and things like that, he is also, I don't know if you've broached the subject, looking at this Paris Climate Accord. You know that we will have to teach the environmental principles of the Paris Climate Accord in schools?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Oh, you need to do a little homework on this.
Oh, boy.
This is like a European education invasion. This is the slippery slope of the beginning of the United Nations Bill of Rights, if you want to go back and look at that horror. This will allow the forcing of environmental programs and policies as outlined in the Paris Climate Accord to be part of your students' curriculum.
Wow. I had no idea. And on top of critical race theory that we're dealing with right now. And next week is going to be a big week with the discussion about education in this country. And we're going to be having some great conversations with former Senator DeMint and General Boykin about some education issues next week. But man, I got to tell you that's really fundamentally where the fight begins. And truthfully, we really have to worry about this. And and where people get this information from. Listen, I got it from you. The people listening now are getting it from us. We keep this censorship thing up that the left is trying to accomplish here and trying to dismiss us as voices to be able to let people know about this. Individuals who, listen, have busy schedules and busy days and don't have the time to do the kind of homework that you're talking about and are depending on reliable places. I wasn't going to say reliable sources because, we don't want to go there. But places to get information, we have to continue this. This is why what's happening with censorship, it's so important that we stay on top of it and dismiss it and know that there are other places to go to get information.
Yeah, we need to be aware of the dog that's not barking. This is really the problem. The silence from the mainstream media on these little things that are really gigantic things, the lack of coverage of what is in addition to the economic cost of the Paris Climate Accord with no enforcement mechanism to rein in China and India for polluting the planet. No, never mind that our carbon emissions are going down, but without it. But the infliction of their agenda into our schools is something that you won't see coverage on. It's almost like the Seattle and Portland riots that happened over the last 2 days,
right.
The violent riots that happened. There was less than a minute coverage on CBS, ABC, and NBC nightly news. Less than a minute. So the people don't know about it. I go back to the Hunter Biden story of all the corruption of Hunter Biden. 77% of Democrat voters didn't know the story because it didn't get allowed to be covered.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. It's not about how they cover it. They ain't covering it, so we have to.
Yep. You are exactly right, Mike Opelka. PureOpelka.com is the website if you want to visit. All right, before we go, I'm going to leave everybody with this. This is one of the bigger problems leading into 2021. Pajamas are not the new sweatpants, Mike Opelka. We're not going to be going around all over town wearing our pajamas. Why are we doing this? This is bad.
Yeah, it is bad. It's bad. I much prefer making sure yoga pants become the new go-to article of clothing.
No, Jake just gave you a thumbs up. No, not everybody can wear yoga pants. Let's stop this.
I know, but those who can
okay,
should.
That's probably not a nice thing to say on my part, and I apologize. If you love wearing your yoga pants, wear them. Wear your yoga pants under your pajamas. How about that? You can have the best of both. All right, I hear the music. They're forcing us out. See? They're forcing us out. We got to go.
Just when I'm back in, they want me out.
Okay. Okay. See you later. There he goes, Mike Opelka, pureopelka.com. DrewSteele.com, by the way, if you want to watch this very program each and every day, you can go to the website. Go to news meteorologist Matt Devitt. Let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up.
For today and into the weekend, heads up. We are